HOK Field Marshal, you know? None of them can bother dance on the top. Violate the general, head up in a blood clot funeral home. Anchor the AK, Jabari got the chrome. Hector was the how we sending them home. Regina the alley with a Cuban and a galley. Send you back on Nile Valley with a shot in your toe intellectually. How click the link if your scholarship sloppy. More just want make you cry with the truth. No lie, my youth in my really scored and 21 gun salute for commission. Not a brother, a hustle, a move like I left for the black woman not all like Dulce and the Yana for sister freedom. I the whole panel know what time for Bible thumping. The minute them see me come, revelation set. Frontier the trendsetter. None of them can bother dance on it. None of them can bother dance on it. Them got a podcast but saw better.
Coast to coast, we be banging. Coast to coast, we be bringing all this knowledge, we be slanging. In the HOK, we don't do no entertaining.
Speaking true, speaking facts.
What the niggas just a layman. Better get on one accord. The future can be yours. Ancestors push you more. We gotta go explore the sciences and math. The future's based on class. You bout to catch my wrath. We turning up this track.
In the dark spots of the light.
The dark heart still fight. We gotta make this right. Talk right now. We learn how to stand up and stand proud. No man down. We fam now. House of the conscious, my clan now.
Frontier the trendsetter. None of them can bother dance on it. None of them can bother dance on it. Them got a podcast but saw better.
When I look at you niggas, I see what I'm not. Go take him, a little bit of her, mix it with them, I put them in a pot. You still can't get none like me. It might sound the same, but it's unlikely. One white tee, if I lift it up, you niggas gonna see what it come might be. I thought I told ya. Afro Nation, revelation, we some soldiers. Sonetta put this team together, now it's over. We got the weight of the world up on my shoulder. When you get conscious information, hearts turn colder. Now look at these trappers who rapping the same, so stuck in their lane, systemically, chemically. I'm thinking something is wrong with their brain. As long as they paid and for in the chain, I got nothing to say. They in love with the gang. I traded my gang for change, and now that I changed a few things, still say the same.
Frontier the trendsetter. None of them can bother dance on it. None of them can bother dance on it. Them got a podcast but saw better.
All right. Peace to everybody. Good night. Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep namaste. Jambo ashe. Shalom. All the greetings of love and light to the darkest minds of light. To the HOK. Hit the like. I see you, Chakra. Peace. Yeah, I just wanted to show this flyer because this debate is coming up on the 27th. Get your tickets. The link is in the chat. Get your tickets. Sonnetter is live over on the House of Consciousness. He's going to let people know they need to come over and hear what Genesis is about to talk about, because we need to talk about this FBA situation. Shout out to Genesis. You got it. Also, Genesis is streaming on her platform. Please hit the like over there. And also, if you aren't subscribed, go over and subscribe. We're on the House of Consciousness platform and the Rise channel. We are doing the HOK Coliseum. But, you know, if you're on Sonnetter Studios, I'm going to let it play a little bit, and then I'm going to cut it off there. Y'all know how it goes. And then I want you all to come over to HOK Coliseum. What else I want to say before I pass the mic? Oh, okay, this situation, I want to say shout out to my brother, you know, unbiased. Some things is going on. This FBA stuff is getting wild. Genesis wants to... Yeah, Genesis, I'm going to hand the mic to you. Trust me. I'm going to just be in the back, sitting back in the cut. So we may have Unbiased come over tomorrow or after this, but she wants to address a situation where she feels concerned, and many are concerned that, you know, the elders of our community some are concerned that they're being disrespected. But according to what I've heard from Genesis and a little clip that I heard from a brother, not exactly, I didn't hear Unbiased, but Genesis will go in detail. I heard a brother say, basically, what was that one brother that he said? Anyone can get it. It doesn't matter how old you are. It depends on if you disrespect as an elder, you will get your cane kick from underneath you and a quick beat down. No, that's not even funny. But basically, we want to talk about that. The title is, and if you're FBA, come on in and explain. The title is Pan-Africans say Sankofa, they respect the ancestors and the elders, while FBA says anybody, any age can get and will get dissed. So go ahead, Genesis. What do you want to do? We're not going to be up here long, but we're going to try to make this strong. What do you want to do?
I can just share my screen because this is the actual thing. So this is Unbiased Ron's live stream. Now here's the deal. The first thing that happened that I noticed is that he was talking about Sonnetter, Brother Reggie, and Elder Sundan. And so first he begins to go into Sonnetter and this, that, the other, and then he says, well, Elder Sundan, what makes an elder? And I said, No. We won't be. What are we saying here about the elders, right? And so all this elder thing really stems from Professor Smalls. What he did is that he was on African's channel, and he actually said that Tariq Nasheed was a CIA agent. And so what happened is that the FBAs went insane about that. So now it's a thing, like it all bets are off, right? So now they're going after all elders. They're going after everybody. They are just on a rampage. So no elder. So now there's like a question. So do you have to respect your elders? And then they want to equate it to the crack epidemic and all type of thing. Somehow trying to make it seem like it's okay to disrespect the elders. And I found myself up on the channel. So I'm going to show you prior to when I got up there. And you're going to see like the things that were being said that made me get up there and say, well, okay, so you're saying that we should not respect the elders? What's up with this? Because I'm, me being in my late 40s, I was always taught to respect my elders. I mean, I get it. You don't like what people have to say, whatever.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm going to let you know right now, if I go to delete some asshole and I can't have to not let you share it, because there's already a bitch ass nigga crying in the chat about me. So you're going to have to delete that person and stay on top of deleting them. I'm not going to tolerate any of these weirdos coming over here. This guy over here, this crybaby user of the UK. So could you delete him from my chat?
Where is that? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I just need you to stay on top of it because I'm not in a mood for that right now. I'm a little, I've been up here all day. And I'm not blaming you. I'm just letting everybody know.
Listen, I have a lot of like little trolls in my chat.
I know exactly. But if our mods can't moderate it, I can't.
Ever since I have talked out about the FBA, they have been in my chat going nuts. So they'd be very disrespectful.
Yeah, just delete that guy if you could from the stream. Actually, he can't be on the stream.
Which person?
Some weird ass troll named user 5 UK or something like that.
Yeah, I don't even
writing a whole letter to me about how they're sad that whatever. Bye.
I don't even see the person. So
yeah, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I know it's going to be going on.
I'm sorry. I don't see it, but
And Genesis wants to share this to our channel. So if you care anything about watching this on her end,
they don't care.
Yeah. So go ahead. I'm gonna have.
If it's up to them because they just corn bombed me earlier. So yeah.
Oh wow, that's too bad.
Yeah, showed a whole crazy thing.
You need mods. You need somebody to start deleting these people. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
They came up on my live and showed some wild stuff. So it's like, okay, wow.
Thank you so much, Fu Nation. Go ahead, Genesis. I just wanted to let you know that. Sorry to interrupt you. Peace, everybody. Go ahead.
All right, so I saw this thing in my chat. I thought it was Sonnetter and them doing a show. I said, well, maybe they're starting to do more FBA content, but I realized that real quick when I got on there that no, this is not Sonetter and them talking. This is the thing against Sonetter and them about the FBA movement because they did not like the fact that Sonetter, Reggie, brother Reggie, and Elder Santan were talking against about or whatever. And so it was interesting. So let me just play the rest. Let me just
Okay,
start.
go ahead.
No, I'm good. If okay, but if
Let me,
Okay, no music, please.
my elder, period. FBA, we don't do the elder shit. That's some Pan-Africanist bullshit. Y'all can have that. We're moving on from that.
all right. So I would like to get to the point where he starts off saying that elders, that is a Pan-Africanist thing. Right? So he talked about Elder Suntan says, well, no, I don't believe in elders. That's a Pan-Africanist thing. So let's go.
And we're not introducing that in 2026. Yeah, I do that. Cause think about it. Who's the elders now? Right? Think about all the so-called elders. Aren't they all Pan-Africanists? Who are the FBA elders today? Name one. And like I should ask these guys, yo, name an FBA elder today. 2025 going to 20. They can't name one because we don't do the elder shit. That's some fake Pan-African bullshit. Dude, ain't no elders. Special elders mean elders, yo, the elder real definition means I get to say what I want to say, regardless of how disrespectful it is, because I'm an elder. It's that old, I could say it, I say it because I'm an elder. Like a tether, white supremacist, they all, I said it because I say so. And elders, hey, I said it because I say so, don't question me. Nah, we good. Ain't no elders in FBA. We're good, bro. We're all even, we're all equal. Nobody's empowered the next person. There's some calling back. You, what's goody? Yeah. Call in.
You want to pause it and reflect?
No. Stop.
I'm sorry. I was trying to like also,
No, you're good. I'm gonna let you just go. I'm just meeting out, but I just
really trying to find out to make sure I can because I can't delete people on the chat here on StreamYard. I'd like
don't. I just wanted. I know it's hard to be up here and do that, but H. Millette took care of it. But I'm just, I just wanted to give you a heads up because. But go ahead. What do you want to say about what you heard?
Off the rip, I'm from a certain time frame where elders should be respected, and so I get into it with them. I see Elder Sonetter, Elder Suntan, and then you see Brother Reggie, which is also an elder in all due respect. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that he's off rip just being disrespectful. Off rip, there's a disrespect happening here. And I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? Are we really going to encourage people to disrespect our elders? And that's when I said, okay, what's going on here? So I joined the panel. So let's stop.
Don't tell me about cutting off. I called it his show. JJ is a failure.
Oh, first of all, so now before I get on there, it's like a whole background about how he don't like JJ and whatever. So it seems to be some kind of a disdain going on from past thing, whatever that has happened here. And I'm not sure what's going on about that, but he goes into this whole diatribe about some past things that have happened. Let's go into it.
Bro, I called in his show and he told me to be quiet and answer questions. Same energy. So when he called in tonight, ain't no fucking even nothing. It was not even when I called his channel. I played the replay of my interaction with him on my channel, bro. Everybody's seen it. He told me be quiet, answer questions. We're not even. He's a loser. I'm not. So if he's coming over here, he's answering questions like I did, bro. Okay.
So it's not I don't know if he's on his phone. I'm not sure what's going on here. How he has his hand right here. If he on his phone, I don't know what's going on. It's really interesting.
I showed you how to be a guest. I'm the example how to be a true guest. Okay, bro. Okay, AI. Bye. Get the fuck out of here. Bye.
So I guess the person on the phone with him, they're kind of on some stuff, saying, "Hey, what's up? What are you saying? Whatever." I don't know if he's trying to say that there's someone calling him or whatever. But the main thing is that he said things about elders and disrespecting elders. So now he's going to go through about 2 or 3 calls with some random person on the phone, and before he gets into this elder thing, And you're gonna see me come up because I see, like I said, Sonetter, I see Elder Suntan, I see Reggie, and I'm like, okay, what is happening here? What are we talking about? Let's go.
We're not doing that. Okay, I come to nigga channel. He's gonna tell me, hey, you can't say shit. You got to just answer questions. I oblige. Family, I called up. I played it on the live stream here. Y'all see me call in the pseudo killers, the community of skeptics, bullshit. I called in. You dig? They don't call in over here. So no, it's the same rules. If I call in your channel, you got rules. Guess what? Same shit. He told me I can't say shit. I got to answer questions. I did that. I replayed that. So you call over here, boy? Same shit, bro. Ain't no freedom of speech. You're gonna answer questions. He want to call in and have unlimited time. Fuck no.
See, once again, it's already aggressive. If you hear his tone, he wants to smoke with everybody. Whoever he's on the phone with, whoever he's talking to, it's just aggression all the way through, right? So even when I get on there, you're going to see that I can't get a word in. I say 2 words. He just jumps in. You're going to really see it. Watch. So he's already hyped up about whoever he's talking to. Let me, I didn't realize this was like kind of down. But, you're going to see that he's like already crunk about whoever he's talking to on the phone. And so when I say something, it's like, dude, can't get a word in. Watch.
You're going to call in over here and answer questions. The same thing in your channel, nigga. That's it. Okay, so let me get back to these guys right here, these clowns, these three stooges right here. So they scripted some shit with Elder Sutan, where he was pretending to be FBA. He's a complete African tether. Okay, so he was pretending to be FBA. He knew none of our talking points. Okay, hold on. You got some.
Oh, so he didn't call Elder Suntan an African tether.
Wait, hold on.
Reggie,
hey, is he cursing? I didn't hear him curse. Is he cursing a lot?
He called Elder Suntan and then the Three Stooges.
Damn, don't come on. I'm biased. You calling Sonetter a stooge and
the Three Stooges. He called them the Three Stooges. I mean, I listen. Yeah, and so I'm watching this. I'm like, oh my God, what's happening here?
Well, I do want to let everybody know we did reach out to him.
Okay.
He said he's all for the smoke, so he is listening in. And hopefully, if he's not asleep, he'll watch the playback. And we might have to, we do have to continue this discussion. So go ahead, Genesis.
Yeah, we got DJ Genesis calling back in. We like this. So they had Elder Sutan call in and pretend he's FBA, and then Reggie schooled him, and he's seen the light from Brother Reggie's teaching. Hey, DJ Genesis, you can unmute. How you doing?
Hey,
how you doing, sis?
How's it going? Hey,
you know me, I'm great.
Hey, listen. I don't have a problem with anything that you're saying. Only part I don't think is right is about the elders. I feel like, because I always have a lot of elders on my channel.
Right. And I respect that, but I don't have elders. But go ahead.
But I would say this. All an elder is a person that's gotten older and just has a little more experience than you, probably life experience. So when you say
but don't they got to prove that though?
So why is he, see, it starts off, see, but it's already a cutoff. Like, but I'm just saying that an elder is a person that has a little bit of life experience. And I came there. You can actually hear my smile when I'm talking. I'm not really trying to really be an asshole, but as time goes on, it's going to reveal that you can't just be on a show with this type of a mindset without being an asshole. Let's go.
I mean, if you live long enough, you're going to have life experience.
Well, now no, because crackheads live the longest. I'm not going to lean towards the crackhead experience about life on Earth.
I don't know. They might. You'd be surprised with a.
No, I'm good. If a people going to base their generation on crackhead experience, good luck.
I'm not saying basing an entire generation on crackhead experience. I'm saying is that you'd be surprised what a crackhead might know.
Right, and then but
all right. So I mean, I'm just trying to at this point come at his level because I'm like, bro, I didn't. So are you assuming that? Are you calling these elders crackheads? So I'm like, okay, I don't know where you're coming at with the crackhead thing, but I said, you know what? I'll come down to the bullshit level you're on, and we'll talk about crackheads. So just so you know, that's the reason why I didn't even take the conversation. If you're gonna like say crackhead, let's go talk about crackheads. But why are you saying crackheads and you have these three people up on the screen? Are you trying to say that they're crackheads? Like, what are we doing here? Let's go.
Yeah, but they got to bring it to the table, right? And we got to exchange. Like, I'm not just going to yield to you because you're 95 years old, because you got a lot of 95-year-olds who sold out the community. But what about those quote-unquote elders?
I don't think it's the same yielding, but it's like if a person was there at the civil rights movement, I can't be trying to tell them what happened at the civil rights movement.
Yeah, you know, but it depends. But it depends what side they were on, because you got a lot of people who are against, like Elijah Muhammad.
Give me a minute.
Elijah Muhammad was against the civil rights movement. So should we yield to those elders?
Pause it for me, Genesis. So I never smoked crack, so that's not an accurate. I don't know if you're being sincere. But he never did. But guess what? A lot of our people do smoke crack, a lot of our elders. And so if we're going to just act like we're supposed to disrespect people because they had a drug addiction, then we are more lost than I thought. But Sanetta never was addicted to crack. But a lot of people were. We have a brother in our community who's an upstanding intellectual gentleman, I would say. Yeah, I'm gonna call Anka gentleman. He has told us his story about how he had a drug addiction. We have him now. He is a very upstanding, great example for a lot of young men. He talks about science and scholarship. He mentors children. He pushes STEAM. You know, the STEM and this at the art with the STEAM with the A. And then we have a sister, a woman who comes into this community. She's off. She advocates for people who have gotten off of drugs. She was on drugs for a long time. I don't know if she wants me to mention her name, but she's been sober for years now. And she keeps on helping people. We're not going to act like having a drug addiction and being an alcoholic or a drug addict is a reason for people to disrespect you. Are we going to do that? We're supposed to be a higher level of intelligence in here. So I just want to put that out there. So I'll hand the mic back over to you. But that's the problem with us as Black people in general. You don't get to disrespect people because they have a drug addiction or a past of anything that has to do with struggling with drugs or health. All right, go ahead, Genesis.
Yeah, so I thought that was disrespectful. I was like, okay, well, what do you mean? Okay, just because a person might have had a crack addiction or whatever, that does not mean that they don't have any knowledge to give or whatever. So let's go into it. Let's go.
The proof's in the pudding. Check it out.
Type of hustling guy who want to get what's owed to him.
Now look, this is scripted right here, by the way. So Sanetta, this tether with this coon Reggie,
I don't want to keep
had
interrupting
invited this
you,
dude named Elder Sultan.
Right,
when you hear the word Elder,
Peanut Head King is up here now. I already was giving him the benefit of a doubt. Y'all saw me show him respect. I thought maybe he was just misinformed. Now I know that this Peanut Head is a complete liar. You know you don't have a video of that. You're an absolute liar. And I'm gonna go on a ledge.
I deleted him.
Yes, I'm gonna go out on a ledge and say I'm not a betting woman, but I'll put 100 on it that was an FBA person. And I'm not trying to get FBA coming for me, but it gave me FBA vibe. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Genesis. I just needed to put that
disrespect.
Yeah.
The elders. Okay, time out, Peanut King. You've been in timeout. Let's go. So, because we're trying to get to the disrespectful aspect of the elders. Let's go.
Your family, you already be on guard. I know, Lex, you talking elder shit. I'm good. Nobody's my elder outside of relatives. Like you ain't like in my immediate relative. You're not my elder. You a goofy nigga on the internet promoting Egypt shit. So I don't have no elders outside of blood relative.
So in his mind, an elder is only the blood relative, right? So he has no respect for anyone outside of his family that would be considered an elder. So let me get
first, you know what I mean? First cousins, aunts, uncles. You ain't that, you ain't my elder. Period. FBA, we don't do the elder shit. That's some PanAfricans bullshit. Y'all can have that. We're moving on from that.
So he's saying that elder is a Pan-Africanist thing, that we're moving on from that, and that the only elders that FBAs respect are their immediate family elders. Let's go.
And we're not introducing that in 2026. Yeah, I do that because think about it. Who's the elders now, right? Think about all the so-called elders. Aren't they all Pan-Africanists? Who are the FBA elders today?
Now, see, all this is really stemming from Professor Smalls and what he said about Tariq Nasheed. So, because if he would have never said that, I don't think that he would have this stance about elders talking and having something to say.
What did he say?
So, say it again.
Tell the people what he said.
So, Professor Smalls pretty much said something along the lines of, I can't exactly quote him, but it was saying that, it appears that the movement is being infiltrated by the CIA. Like it's, and anybody that would know what an infiltration is would be an elder, because he's been infiltrated by the CIA, the FBI, this, that, the other. So it's not like that. No, like, but what happened is that the person he was doing the interview with put that title up there saying that Professor Smalls says Tariq Nasheed is CIA, right? So what happened is the person used Professor Smalls and created a narrative that made it seem like that he said that, but that's not what he said. And so now there's this whole thing, well, we don't have to respect elders because Professor Smalls disrespected our leader, our cult leader of the FBA. And that's what I believe it is. Anytime there's like this unwavering followership of a group of people to the level of we don't have to respect no one else but our leader, that is cult behavior. I mean, I just gotta say it and make it plain.
Right. And I want to say this real quick. American_9 Ninja. I did contact him. He might be watching right now. It's late for him, but this isn't the only stream. So we did talk to him. Go ahead, Genesis.
All right. So Mighty Hebrew says Professor Smalls did not say Brother Tariq's name. I did not get to see the whole thing of what he said, but I know it was insinuated that it might appear that his movement is infiltrated. Okay. If anybody would know what something looks like when it's infiltrated, it would be a brother like a professor that has been in movements and seen the infiltration happening. But it came across like he said that Tariq Nasheed was a CIA agent, because the person that did the actual interview pretty much made it look like he said that. But then he cleared it up on the show with Sister Ma'at and Brother Unk. And so what happened is that he actually cleared it up. However, people are still mad or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So let's go into it.
Name one. And I should ask these guys, name an FBA elder today. 2025 going to 20. They can't name one because we don't do the elder shit. That's some fake Pan-African bullshit. Dude, ain't no elders. Special elders mean elders. The elder real definition means I get to say what I want to say, regardless of how disrespectful it is, because I'm an elder. It's that old, I could say it. I say it because I'm an elder. Like a tether, white supremacist, they all, I said it because I say so.
But wait a minute. To my brother, I'm biased. Because I'm cool with unbiased, but this for me isn't cool because, yeah, they have a right. I mean, I've let me say this: we've had elders on like Elder Suntan, Elder Apostle, and then this other elder Baba Yashaba, and then the other Reverend Whoopass. Yeah, they come in for the smoke. They know what time it is, but still, there's we don't want to just blatantly disrespect them to the point where they feel just beat up. I have had my shameful for me moments with Apostle. I stopped doing them like that. Even when Reverend Whoopass came on, he was on there for what, 5 hours? And I said at the end, I kind of was like, no, you're wrong about that, but go ahead. And as an elder, he wouldn't let it go. In hindsight, I listened back and I was like, oh, okay, I feel kind of bad because I was using a different tone with him. I felt bad because he is an elder, not just about his health, because the fact that he's lived a long life, you know, it's like they do deserve respect. If they're not coming in trying to hurt you or cursing you out like some crazy person, and if they're just saying what they, you know, some harsh words, we got to find a way where we can either just be like, you know what, I'm not even going to mess with this. It's an elder. We can't be like, nah, he can get it.
They're telling the story
right?
according to what they remember.
Yeah.
The
So what I just wanted to say
no,
was,
no, it's like, what's the point? Like, I mean, that's how they remember it.
how are we not going to respect our elders, even if we don't agree with them? Don't you? Look, I know, I have love for Unbiased. It's all good. This is all about the topic. But let me say, he even said he respects his family, but it extends beyond your family elders. You got to respect your elders outside your family if they are. Now, if they're up here trying to hit you with their cane, and you just got to move away from them and be like, oh, crazy old person. But if it's just an elder like getting up here saying, I don't appreciate what you're saying, Tariq, and I think that's what Professor Small is from, that era where we had COINTELPRO, and we still do, but you know, infiltration, that's his first reaction. It's like his reaction to be like, I don't see why you would be separating us unless you are this way. He stood alongside Malcolm X. How are we not going to respect this man? So I'm just saying, no, we can't just be like, I don't care if he's an elder. What about when we turn elderly? You know, that's all I want to say. Go ahead. Sorry.
You know, I would say this is that even Baba Smalls, and I would call him Baba Smalls because, you know, he is a part of the Ifa faith, and shouts out to him, you know, him being a priest of Oya, and also a person that has done a lot of work in the community. Like, it's one thing to say, you know what, we don't have to respect our elders, but it's like, okay, what has FBA done similar to anything the Pan Africans have done? I can go right now to the Pan African Connection in Oak Cliff. There's the whole store called Pan African Connection, and they are the place where Black people come and we see people, authors. We buy books, all this type of stuff. Why would we disrespect that? Why would we like say to like that? Well, we don't have to respect them. We don't have to. Well, you. That's a Pan Africanist thing. That's another thing, because they want to diminish Pan Africanism, and then they want to say, okay, elder respect is a Pan Africanist movement. Did you hear what he said though? Let me bring it back. I'm not sure if you heard this. He said, "Well, no,
yeah, I did. I thought you blocked this dude."
I did. Oh, which
coming
one?
Back from the dead.
Yo, Black Mama. Okay, all right. Time out, guy. Bye. I might have to ban him.
You need to get Peanut Head out of here too.
I did do Peanut Head. He came back.
Check your messages. Who, me? Okay. You mean in Facebook, H Millette? Because I can check those.
All right. So, anyways, so let's go into
let me see.
Let's start playing.
And elders, hey, I said it because I say so. Don't question me. Nah, we good. Ain't no elders in FBA. We're good, bro. We're all even. We're all equal. Nobody's empowered the next person. There's some calling back.
What?
Dude, what's goody?
What the hell? What's going on with Unbiased? I'm gonna have
to. There's no elders in the FBA movement.
I gotta have Son Editor talk to him.
There's no elders in the FBA movement.
That's crazy. Thank you.
So you don't have to respect elders. Here's the thing. Now, the FBA movement is a very young movement. I know it's a lot of young men and young women that are really like waving and touting this flag of FBA. But there should be some level of respect for the elders. I don't get it, you know? And so this is he's saying that there is no elders in that movement. There is no respect for elders. You don't have to respect elders. It's just open season on anyone.
Yeah, I didn't know that though, H. Millett. But go ahead, Genesis. That's crazy.
So let's go.
All right. Damn.
Call in. Call. Okay, cool. Okay, this is call. No. Stop. Don't tell me about cutting off. I called it his show. JJ is a failure, bro. I called it his show, and he told me to be quiet and answer questions. Same energy. So when he calling tonight, ain't no fucking even nothing. It was not even when I called his channel. I played the replay of my interaction with him on my channel, bro. Everybody's seen it. He told me be quiet and answer questions. We're not even. He's a loser. I'm not. So if he's coming over here, he's answering questions like I did, bro. Okay. I showed you how to be a guest. I'm the example how to be a true guest. Okay. Bro, okay, AI, bye. Get the fuck out of here. Bye.
Oh.
We're not doing that.
Okay.
I come to a nigga channel. He's gonna tell me, hey, you can't say shit.
Hey,
you gotta just answer.
Remember, we don't want to be up here long, so do you want to kind of like skim through it? And then get on to like I want to hear more of your commentary.
Right. So someone on the phone with him and whatever, and so it gets really heated. And so
that's indigenous he's on the phone with, he said.
Is that who that is? Okay.
Republicans today. So 1860.
Yeah.
So I know more about this shit than you ever could. Anybody you can invite.
Let me go back.
All right. Republicans today. So 1865, they were against the Confederates. Okay.
Hold on.
This to me, I'm not gonna lie. This to me is scary because I really haven't been looking at. Give me a minute. Pause it.
Pretending to be
I
FBA.
want you to hear what you have to say.
I
haven't been looking at.
Okay, so he's pretending to be FBA. He knew none of our talking points. Okay.
This is scary.
Calling Elder Santana African tether.
Yeah, and this is scary because for me, this is a brother who. I mean, I just got some more information, and Sonnetter doesn't know this either. Like, these are people who, like, I don't understand what this FBA thing is doing to people. Like, it's actually reminding me of, like, the Hebrew Israelite thing.
It sounds like it's appearing very much like that. That's exactly what it's like. Very
without the Bible.
Without the Bible, very cultish, very cult-like, very demure, very, you know what I'm saying, crazy.
How are you gonna just be attacking Black people who are anyway? Just play a little bit more of this, and then I want you to do some commentary because Sonnetter doesn't want me to play too much more of this.
Hold on, you got somebody calling in?
I mean, I know you want to cover it.
Oh yeah. We got DJ Genesis calling back in. We like this. So
yeah, I want you to play when you get on there. That's what we need
FBA. And then Reggie schooled him, and he's seen the light. From Brother Reggie's teaching. Hey, DJ Genesis, you can unmute. How you doing?
Hey,
how you doing, sis?
How's it going? Hey,
you know me, I'm great.
Hey, listen, I don't have a problem with anything that you're saying. Only part I don't think is right is about the elders. I feel like, because I always have a lot of elders on my channel.
Right. And I respect that, but I don't have elders. But go ahead.
But I would say this. All an elder is a person that's gotten older and just has a little more experience than you, probably life experience. So when you say,
but don't they got to prove that though?
I mean, if you live long enough, you're gonna have life experience.
Well, now no, because crackheads live the longest. I'm not going to lean towards the crackhead experience about life on Earth.
I don't know. They might. You'd be surprised with a.
No, I'm good. If a people gonna base their generation on crackhead experience, good luck.
I'm not saying basing an entire generation on crackhead experience. I'm saying is that you'd be surprised what a crackhead might know.
Right, and then but they got to bring it to the table, right? And we got to exchange. Like, I'm not just gonna yield to you because you're 95 years old, because you got a lot of 95-year-olds who sold out the community. But what about those quote-unquote elders?
I don't think it's the same yielding, but it's like if a person was there at the civil rights movement, I can't be trying to tell them what happened at the civil rights movement.
Yeah, but it depends. But it depends what side they were on, because you got a lot of people who are against, like Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad was against the civil rights movement. So should we yield to those elders?
Well, if they're telling their story or they're telling what happened, and they're explaining their side of the story, why would you be arguing with them if they were there?
But they were there, but they're on the wrong side of history. It got passed, right? It didn't fail. So they were the losers, and we were the winners. Our ancestors were the winners. And A. Philip Randolph, Chancellor Owens, Heber Harrison, W. Du Bois, these were the winners. The Elijah Muhammad crew were the losers. And then history records that, and we move on, right? We're post-integration today.
Now people are saying that civil rights actually messed up the Black community. So it's like, actually,
but that's a Republican talking. I got you, but that's a Republican conservative talking.
Have you noticed that he has to interrupt me every time I say something and talk over me? I mean, what? So is that like how debates go, or is that how conversations go? Like that you have to not even allow me to finish my sentence.
Point.
Okay, but isn't FBA primarily, like the lineage primarily, when they say Black people, weren't we primarily conservative? Weren't we Republican?
No. And won't you ask me? Okay. Well, look, there's 43 million Black Americans. You expect me to speak for 43 million or myself?
Well, you individually, I would say.
Yeah, but
here's the thing: is that he see that? Do you expect me to speak for 43 million Black Americans or myself? But you just got here finished saying that all these people were a certain thing.
But I can't. But the question is.
Said that.
No, here's the question.
Movement. Okay, sorry.
Right. Yeah, because I give you history. The Nation of Islam was pro-separatism and anti-civil rights, right? Post-integration. They took an L. That's history. So I'm saying today, the only people I ever voted for in my life was Democrats. It was Bill Clinton. I ain't vote for nobody before or after. So you're talking about me? It was that's a Democrat. He was a conservative. So I can't speak for 43 million people.
Everybody's saying that, oh yeah, Black people were Republicans, and then
the Democratic. Okay, yeah. Hold on. I got you. But you talking about the party shift, right? You talking about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me explain that. See, that's the thing. See, most people talk about shit but don't know it. The party shift.
You can already hear that he's just crunk. Like everything before I even can finish, he's like, yeah. I've been waiting on this moment to debate you, DJ. I'm like, no, I'm not even in debate mode. I'm just asking questions.
Happened when the civil rights movement was starting to be successful. That's when the Democrats start to give more ear to Dr. King and us, and the Republican Party start to appeal more to the Southern sentiments. That's called a party shift, and that was 1958, 1960. So I really do this shit. Right, I got videos on the party shift from my archives right now. So Republicans.
That wasn't the point I was trying to make. FBA is a Republican movement. FBA is a conservative movement. FBA, Tariq Nasheed was trying to interview Donald Trump. I know why, because I was trying to get him on Real Life Street Stars, and the guy that went to jail, the albino guy, told me that he was trying to get a whole interview with Donald Trump the whole time, but he instead went to Joe Rogan. That's some behind the scenes stuff that nobody knows.
But that Republican group right there, that was pro.
Donald Trump chose Joe Rogan over Tariq Nasheed. So as much as you want to sit there and tout Donald Trump and Republican, guess what? They didn't like your leader. They chose against him. He went ahead and went to Joe Rogan.
He stuck with his
Emancipation Proclamation. All those folks. That's not the same Republican what you have today. It was a party shift. I mean, they switched sides. So the Republicans back during 1865 are not the Republicans today. So 1865, they were against the Confederates, okay? But the Republicans today, they are pro Confederacy. So that's a whole different mindset, whole different belief system.
You see how Sardinelli looked at him like, man, nigga, see how Sardinelli look like what? What you talking about? Whatever.
Right there.
So a lot of the FBA sentiment, because I know when Trump was running, Tariq Nasheed, he was actually trying to interview Trump, and he was kind of pushing Trump for a second.
Yeah,
wasn't Trump a Republican?
Yeah, he was. Okay, and so was Lyndon Baines Johnson, and then he passed.
Moving the goalpost once again. Tariq Nasheed is touting this FBA lineage, but he was trying so hard to get an interview with Trump. So you're talking about like no, we Democrats, or I don't even know what the hell he's talking about. Like what are you saying?
Didn't he pass civil rights, Lyndon Baines Johnson?
Yeah, but I'm saying is that when we talk about
okay.
That I'm saying it because you just said that those are Republican talking points, you know.
No. Conservative talk. No. Republican conservative talking points. Is what I'm saying.
So what's the difference between? I thought the Republicans were conservative. Is there?
No.
See how he's interrupting me every step of the way. It don't take all that. But he wants an argument. Let's go.
No, you got people who are against, like for example, you got Candace Owens. They don't agree with Nick Fuentes. Yeah, Nick Fuentes who don't agree with Charlie Kirk. So no. There's a difference between conservatives and you got the alt right. No, they are branch and splinter off. There's a big difference between all of them.
Okay.
Big difference. Right. Okay. So now what I'm saying is, because I know talking points, I've been doing this for a long time. What you said earlier.
Now I'm just agreeing because I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and argue about every little thing. So just so you know that's the reason why I said okay. I want to make sure that you guys don't think I'm just like oh he won that point. No, I just allowed him to go ahead and continue.
Are they talking about
those
you
were
on
Republican
this?
conservative. When I say conservative, I'm speaking about Nick Fuentes. I'm talking about Candace Owens. I'm talking about Charlie Kirk specifically.
Genesis, can you hear me?
These are.
Is this sister talking about you? She found out she's not FBA and now she's against it.
I'm very much FBA, so people are just talking stupid stuff.
So you actually would classify as FBA if you subscribe to it?
If I did, I mean, if based on what they're saying, a FBA quote unquote is, I would be FBA. Like my family comes from Chesapeake Bay, Virginia. Like my great grandfather is from Virginia.
Okay, just wanted to see that.
My great grandma is from North Carolina.
Look what they said. You ain't from the lineage.
She Caribbean.
You Caribbean. We don't find out. You a damn.
What's so stupid about this whole thing is that didn't they ship the? So I said this is why they're gonna say that I would be a so-called tether.
Let's hear the truth.
I broke it down that my DNA. When you look at my DNA, it says that they came over from Africa into Barbados and then came up into Virginia, Chesapeake Bay, African Americans.
Wait, who's they? You mean the slave ship?
The people from my family. They
so you're from Barbados.
And then from into Virginia and then Chesapeake. But this is in 1800s, so I guess I'm a tether.
Yeah, they caught you. Don't get mad. You're a tether.
Their talking points, and conservatives are usually anti-Black American.
Okay, so when we talk about elders, and the main reason why I was bringing up that whole movement was we talk about Elijah Muhammad. He might have been more of on the other side of the civil rights movement. Mm-hmm. If I were to have him on the panel, if he were to deceased, do you think it would be right if he was up there telling his story and he's old, 80-something years old, to allow a younger person to get up there and to argue with him, or should there be a certain level of respect for the elder in the time frame that he has spent, whether you agree with his politics or not? Yeah,
so let me answer that question. So old Elijah Muhammad had young Malcolm X as his national representative. He didn't have no old nigga representing this.
Didn't even answer the question. See how he just went? I asked a very concise question. He didn't answer the question. He says, I asked a very definite question.
Republicans today. So 1865, they were against the Confederates. Okay? But the Republicans today, they are pro-Confederacy. So that's a whole different mindset, whole different belief system right there.
Right. So his whole thing is okay, FBA is not Republican, but I don't know what he's talking about. That's bullshit. Because Tariq Nasheed was definitely trying to have an interview with Donald Trump and trying to push the Republican movement onto the FBA back when the we were voting. So let's go. And then listen to what I asked, and then see if he answers my question. Let's go.
So a lot of like the FBA sentiment, because I know when Trump was running, Tariq Nasheed, he was actually trying to interview Trump, and he was kind of pushing Trump for a second.
Yeah,
wasn't Trump a Republican?
Yeah, he was. Okay, and so was Lyndon Baines Johnson, and then he passed civil rights. Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Yeah, but I'm saying is that when we talk about that I'm saying it because you just said that those are Republican talking points, you know.
No, conservative talk. No. Republican conservative talking points. Is what I'm saying.
So what's the difference between? I thought the Republicans were conservative. Is there?
No.
I thought the Republicans were conservative. Let's go.
No. You got people.
See, no. What? Aren't Republicans conservative? Yes or no?
Who are against, like, for example, you got Candace Owens they don't agree with Nick Fuentes. Yeah, Nick Fuentes who don't agree with Charlie Kirk. So no, there's a difference between conservatives and you got the alt-right. No, they are branch and splinter off. There's a big difference between all of them.
Okay.
Big difference. Right. Okay. So now when I'm
I allow them to have that point, but let's go.
What I'm saying is because I know talking points. I've been doing this for a long time. What you said earlier, those were Republican conservative. When I say conservative, I'm speaking about Nick Fuentes. I'm talking about Candace Owens. I'm talking about Charlie Kirk specifically. Steven Crowder. These are their talking points. And
all the Republicans conservative is really a Christian Republican. That's all it is.
Conservatives are usually anti-Black American.
Okay, so when we talk about elders, and the main reason why I was bringing up that whole movement was we talk about Elijah Muhammad. He might have been more of on the other side of like the civil rights movement. Mm-hmm. If I were to have him on the panel, if he were to deceased, do you think it would be right if he was up there telling his story? And he's like old, like 80-something years old, to allow a younger person to get up there and to argue with him, or should there be a certain level of respect for the elder in the time frame that he has spent, whether you agree with his politics or not?
So I asked a very direct question. I said, listen, if you have a brother like Elijah Muhammad on the panel, he's talking about his politics, do you think that's okay to argue with him about his politics or not? Let's hear the answer.
Yeah, so let me answer that question. So old Elijah Muhammad had young Malcolm X as his national representative. He didn't have no old nigga representing Nation Islam. He had young Malcolm X representing Nation Islam.
Is that an answer to the question? Yes or no? No, it's not.
Let's bring Prince Jarlon Dean in.
So he didn't even answer.
Shalom.
Yes.
Shalom.
Shalom to the family. How y'all feeling?
Great. How are you and your family doing? I hope all's well.
Everybody's well. They doing the mass protest today, so it's all over the news right now. But I want to get straight to the point, right? I've been telling y'all this a long time ago that there was going to be a decline as it pertained to respecting the elders. And I want to give y'all real quick some primary sources on that. I'm at a page known as American Social History Project, Center for Media and Learning. And the topic is the FBI sets goals for COINTELPRO. And there were 5 key points in COINTELPRO, right? And I just want to read one of the, key elements that is being said. In 4, it says prevent militant Black nationalist groups and leaders from gaining respectability by discrediting them to 3 separate segments of the community. The goal of discrediting Black nationalists must be handled tactically in 3 ways. You must discredit those groups and individuals to, first, the responsible Negro community. Second, they must be discredited to the white community, both the responsible community and the liberals who have sympathy for Black nationalists. simply because they are Negroes. Third, these groups must be discredited in the eyes of Negro radicals, the followers of the movement. This last era requires entirely different tactics from the first two, publicly about violent tendencies and radical statements, and on and on and on. And then it says in 5, the final goal should be to prevent the long-range growth of militant Black organizations, especially amongst youth. Tactics to prevent these groups from converting young people must be developed. So in the COINTELPRO, they already seen, you know what I'm saying, the importance to sever the elders from the youth. This is why it's no respect in the Black community today, because all movements, I don't care if it's Pan-African, FBA, Israelites, Moors, Kemetic, they all been infiltrated by COINTELPRO, because we see these elements in all these organizations. And what did it say on the top? For maximum effectiveness of the counterintelligence program and to prevent wasted effort, long-range goals are being set. Prevent a coalition of militant Black nationalist groups, and unity there is strength. So they had to create these traumas that you see right now, FBA versus Pan-Africanism, Israelites versus Moors, et cetera, et cetera. This was already a long-range goal that was being set out by the way of counterintelligence program to prevent the rise of a Black Messiah who could unify and electrify the militant Black nationalist movement. They looked at Malcolm X. They looked at Martin Luther King Jr. They looked at Elijah Muhammad and all these other people. And they said that they had to create certain sensitivities within the community. This is why this man comes up there and says, FBA don't have no elders. He don't speak for all FBA. FBA do got elders. Then when we go to Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7, it tells us to remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations, and ask our Father, and he will show you your elders that they may tell you. Once they cut the elders off as a nation of people, we finished. We finished. So for this man to sit back and say, we ain't got to respect the elders, everybody is equal. The reality is cats don't want correction. No other people on the planet come on national TV like so-called Black people and run around and say they disrespect the elders. You don't never see no Shaolin monks up there from China disrespecting their elders. You don't see no people in such magnitude disrespecting their elders. This is why even Sister Napate, I have such a reverence for respecting the elders. You gotta respect the elders, because if not, this is the type of functional illiterates that's going to be treading through our communities. So for this man to say, we ain't got to respect the elders, elders are only here just to tell people what to do. You need to be told what to do, because when you don't have no order, this is the type of behavior that festers in our community. So you need order. You need guidance. You see what I'm saying? And the reality, if one wants to believe it or not, covertly, is still an attack on the so-called Bible, because the Bible is telling you to respect your elders. Notice everything that the Bible is telling us not to do, they're telling us to do it. Yeah. So now you ain't got no elders, you ain't got no leaders in the gates to protect Zion from outside enemies. I do not see other nations, and I'm not talking about a person here and there that might disrespect the elder here and there from another ethnic group. I'm talking about this has become a subculture within our community to disrespect elders, like putting out there, they got this mind state that all elders is crackheads. What? Yeah, I mean, this like this mentality that this younger generation got is sickening, to think all elders are crackheads. You know what I mean? That just and let's make it clear. Even if an elder was smoking crack, that don't give you the right to disrespect them. Right. They still elders in our community, man.
Yeah.
The the death blow that was put on our community was systematically put into our community. They showed you this in the movie Panther, in the 1995 movie Panther. Who was on that yacht? You had the FBI, right? You had the Italian mafia, and you had some no good COON niggas on that boat talking about how he was going to flood the community of drug, heroin, and to close it, to destroy the Black Panther Party and any militant organizations. And it went from an isolated situation to it spreading all over the country. Now they mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers and sons and daughters is on that stuff. It went from heroin to that kryptonite to that crack. We overcame a lot of obstacles as a people. And the nerve of that, man, I don't give a damn if you Pan-African, FBA, what you don't disrespect no elders. You can't sit and one more thing. Shout out to Professor James Small. He checked on me. Shout out to my OG Tariq Nasheed. This is another COINTEL tactic to try to destroy what is being built on both sides. If one is truly strategic, we need both sides. You gotta go to the old so the young can grow. The old got to go to the young so they can grow. We learn from each other, but there's order. There's order. You can't just say, oh, we're all equal. Your wisdom and experience is not equal. Professor James Small's been on this planet and walked with the might. He walked with Malcolm X. He walked with Martin Luther King. You can't just, even if Tariq Nasheed and him was beefing, even though they really not beefing, but if they are beefing like that, stay out of grown man business. Stay out of grown man business. That's between them two. But to sit back and try, and the man said it live, Professor James Small, and I'm gonna call Professor later. He said it live. He said Tariq Nasheed is his brother. You know what I'm saying? And y'all just putting fuel on the fire. I'm telling you that social media can be very dangerous because anybody can just get access. It's like a child being able to get access to the atomic bomb. And once that child pressed that button, everybody did. So this is the problem that I'm having. And Sister Napaj Shaddai, I tell you, I don't feel as though, I don't care what nobody say. I feel as though that certain people that contributed to our existence on this planet as a people, I feel as though people just don't have a right, just anybody, to be in contact with them. You've been in the military, DJ Genesis. A private cannot just go up to a general. If that private has orders, there's a chain of command. Yep. This is why I'm so leery about just common people debating people that put in years of, you know how much work Professor James Smalls put in the community? Do y'all mean to sit back and talk about this man like he's nothing?
He's valuable. You know what I mean? He's invaluable. Like, like we could talk to him. He sat with Malcolm X, y'all.
Right. And I'm FBA. But I also understand it, and I'm FBA, and I'm telling you, FBA got elders. And I'm telling you this, a lot of these,
according to the definition of FBA, we're all FBA.
Right. It's just a lineage. It has nothing to do with these people talking about.
The lineage exists and not it be like Pan-Africanism cannot exist in the same space as FBA.
I'm saying you could be an FBA and be a Pan-African. You can be FBA, you can be FBA and be a Moor. You can be FBA and be, I'm an FBA and I'm also an Israelite. So for somebody to sit back and just throw these things out there, it's a younger generation, my sisters, that don't have no respect for leadership. They don't have no respect for elders. Because with the scripture tell us that there'll be a time and a half a time for the your Gentile to rule, and that knowledge will run to and fro. And this is what you see, and knowledge shall increase. That was nothing good. These children think they could just come on social media and just look at TikTok. 92% of TikTok is fiction, it's fake. And now AI is on the scene. Oh, it's really crazy now. It's really crazy now. So I'm gonna get off this joint. I just wanted to let the family know that FBA do believe in elders, man. Like that dude is dealing with some personal stuff he had with JJ and whatever the case may be. And guess what? He may disagree with JJ, but JJ's still an elder. There's certain ways that you have to deal with elders without showing face, or without them showing face to the public. The Chinese ain't doing that. The Japanese ain't doing that. The Italians ain't on this joint disrespecting they nobody's doing that but black people, man. You got TikTok and IG where you got these, what they call them, Y and G. What is it? Young niggas or whatever they call them. Yeah, YNs knocking out old men, beating up old men and old women, and people recording this stuff as if this is cool. So you see the trickle effect that it's in the mentality of these said organizations, even how they acting on the street. The niggerisms is in these social movements today. Well, that was the difference,
right? Marty, excuse me, Marty Hebrew, where it says the young men will be like what, monsters or something like that, right?
Oh yeah, you talk about Isaiah chapter 3, how the young will disrespect the old and rule over them. That's an excellent. One day you should go over that, Sister Napa. Isaiah chapter 3. It lays down everything we experience, and this ain't got nothing to do with believing the Bible or not. This is just logic. The conclusion is clear. You can be in any black belief system. We see the disrespect of elders in all walks of life right now. And this got to stop. And we as a people have to stop making our elders show face. And then sit up to that man went through a lot. Like I seen one joint where they was like, he's an agent, talking about Professor James Moore. He's an agent because why he ain't dead. Just because a man ain't dead, that don't mean he's not that. So for you to be dead, that means that you gotta be an agent. You're a real one because you dead. Yeah.
Oh wow. Come on, y'all.
There's people that work for the other side and we didn't know, and they got killed. So come on, man. The COINTELPRO agents come in all forms, covertly. You know what I mean? They may not even know they're agents, but they got agent-like behavior. Y'all are on national TV, which you call YouTube, exposing family business. No other people do that but us. I don't see no Somalian communities doing that. I don't see no Ethiopian communities doing it. I'm talking about as a community, no Tanzania. I don't see them doing that, but black people, FBA, African Americans, whatever you want to call us, we're the only people that do. You don't even see that heavy here and there. You'll see it, but you don't even see that heavy in the Hispanic community neither. It's always black people, man. We need to get our shit in order. That's all I wanted to say, y'all.
All right. Thank you for that. Thank you. We appreciate that, because also, you know, we want to talk about, I would be remiss if I don't mention Sonnetter. He's an elder. He's done so much for the people, for the community. And he stood along, you know, Dr. Khalid Muhammad. So we got Reggie up here. He's an elder. And Suntan is an elder too. So come on, y'all.
And I'll be an elder. And I'll be an elder. I'll be an elder next year.
Right. So
it's like, come on.
And we stood amongst that you introduced us to, you know, rest in power to Prince Asiel, Baba Yashiba, all the elders that we have encountered. That's like, we talk about books and reading. You're standing in front of someone who actually lived it. What more did you ask for? So thank you for adding that. All right.
All right, now.
Then he
Shalom
had
to the
young
family.
Farrakhan. You feel me? So this old man relied on young people to lead the way and set the trend.
And when he stepped out of line and disrespected him, he got shot and killed.
No. Okay.
When Malcolm X disrespected Elijah Muhammad, they killed him. The Nation of Islam killed Malcolm X.
You can't. I agree with that, but you can't really say disrespect because that was more in-house. So they.
Well, no, he disrespect. He went on a national platform.
Yeah, but that's not disrespect. But if he's telling
Elijah Muhammad was molested.
Was it true? No. He never said it. He never said that. He never said that. So
18, a young daughter of a young child, with a young girl.
Right. So
underage.
All right. So DJ Genesis, you gotta know this about me.
I'm gonna say this. The whole time it's like he's he won't let me like just talk, you know. It's like can't you just allow me to like say my words and then you say your words. But the bottom line is that even when Malcolm X disrespected his elders, what was the actual ultimate price? Was his life. They had the level of a respect for an elder to where when you say something, guess what? It will cost you your life. You don't get to talk about Elijah Muhammad, our elder, who we believe in. What are we talking about here? And he, let's go.
I am an ex-FOY. I have my ex. Okay.
Right.
I am so I know more about this shit than you ever could. Anybody you can invite over here. All right.
No, but the question is not about FOI. The question is about the elders. And your Nation of Islam X, you should know about the elders and respect the elders.
This Islam don't deal with elder shit. So be correct right there.
So now Nation of Islam does not deal with elders. Is there any Nation of Islam in the audience? Or Muslim people in the audience? What are we saying here? I know for a fact that they believe in the elders or elder respect. Let's go.
So
there's no elders in Nation of Islam.
So how did Malcolm X get killed then?
Okay, let me back up. You're asking questions, you're not letting me talk. You keep saying disrespect. If Malcolm X is telling his truth, so his truth is disrespect, then okay, watch this. Didn't white people, racist white folks say Dr. King was starting trouble?
Yes.
Okay, you see? So your truth could be somebody else's demise. Your truth can be somebody else's demise.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
What the fuck is he saying right here? What does that mean?
So he's telling his truth. The Nation of Islam seen that as disrespect. Now, let me tell you what's going on, because you wouldn't know this, and nobody know who would know this. SLW just called in, he would know this, but I know the doctrine of Islam front and back. So Elijah Muhammad don't believe in polygamy. He said, so most Muslims believe in polygamy. Elijah Muhammad said, we're going to be dealing with one wife, monogamous. Okay, right. He said, there would come a day and time in the future where we would entertain polygamy. He said, but right now ain't the time. That was that current doctrine. So when it got exposed to Malcolm X that Elijah Muhammad is going against the doctrine and he's practiced polygamy, obviously that's a fucking problem. It's like, yo, you're going against the doctrine, bro. What are you doing? And then he hit it. And then it wasn't like made public.
Okay.
So right. So now and Malcolm X like saying, what's up? Like, what are we doing, bro? And Elijah Muhammad felt in a certain way and suspended him.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now Malcolm X went too far. Malcolm X started to do some goofy shit and went too far, and ultimately it led to more than what should have happened. You feel me? It should have just been disagreement. Both parties split and they move on. But Malcolm X started to go, as you know, go in front of white media and start to like kind of coon, you know what I mean? And be comfortable with white media, and that's the fact.
Okay, so would that be a level of him being Elijah Muhammad being the leader of that group, and they might not be called the name elder, but
yeah, they don't do that.
Okay, so they don't have respect for an older person.
No, they do. They do. Elder is a made-up terminology from Pan-Africanists.
No, elders from Christianity.
No. Okay. Oh yeah. Now you want to do Bible? Because I'm also former Hebrew Israelite. Okay.
Elders and all the apostles and all that.
Show me in the Bible. Wait, hold on.
Christian church.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
That's a Christian church.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get you there. I'm a former Israelite too. I know the Bible back and forth. You know, I just came from debating Captain Zaria.
I didn't say the Bible.
Okay.
I said
cool.
Christianity. The church.
Okay. Now, okay, yeah, but their elder is different. Their elder had roles in the ranks of the church. You know, so like, and don't forget. Wait. Hold on. You gotta listen. You gotta listen.
Okay.
An elder in the Christian church rolls in the ranks, and the Christian church, that particular denomination, because you got different denominations that don't agree with that shit. But that particular man or woman, they were accepted by that particular denomination. They didn't. So let's say if that church was Pentecostal, that person was an elder in a Pentecostal church. He was not an elder in a Baptist Sabbath, 7-day Sabbath. He was not an elder of AME. He was only an AME of a Pentecostal church. You got me?
Right, but if he were to go to a Pentecostal church, they would still announce him as elder or whatever.
No, because it depends. If he disagreed with the argument, if he disagreed with the doctrine, he would not be considered elder. So he has to have a proven track record of going along with the next church doctrine. So if he's Pentecostal, that means he got to meet the requirements of a Seventh-day Adventist doctrine, and then yes, he would be respected as an elder. But if he doesn't, if he go against Seventh-day Adventists, if he teach Sunday's the last day, they're not. No, he's not an elder to them because they teach Saturday the last day, 7-day Adventists. And most Christian churches say Sunday is. You feel me? So that's already like a problem. Like you got to concede to their doctrine to be considered as an elder. That makes sense?
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I want to do a show about this. Should we respect our elders? Is the FBA?
But then you got to define elders.
Is this a millennial new way that like they don't have respect? Maybe it's because the elders was on drugs. Maybe because the crack epidemic made people disrespect.
Maybe we're on some real shit.
You know, you gotta like do some commentary on it, right?
Point. Are you familiar with let's say Dr. King?
I was just trying to let it play a little bit and see what people have to say. But I mean, at the end of the day, he ain't saying shit. That's why I didn't have to say back to it. What is he really saying? Now he's gonna start talking about like now it's Dr. Martin Luther King. He gonna bring that into it. The whole thing is he's moving the totem pole, moving it here and there, and ain't saying nothing. Let's go.
Are you talking about Dr. Martin Luther King or not?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, are you familiar with Frederick Douglass?
Yes.
So now he done jumped from Dr.
with Marcus Garvey.
Dr. Martin Luther King, Frederick Douglass to Marcus Garvey, and now he's gonna make the whole statement about Marcus Garvey.
Is Marcus Garvey an elder?
He's deceased. He's an ancestor.
Right. But is he seen as an elder today? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess he would be considered an ancestor.
Right, but does he fit the requirements of an elder at all?
If he was alive, he would be considered an elder. Or he actually, he'd be.
Okay, so that's my point. So you were elder a fucking scammer, a documented historical scammer. You will put him as an elder.
Yes, he would be considered an elder.
A scammer will be an elder.
He's still an older person with experience.
I'm good. All right.
See how he's doing it to me? Here's the thing. If an FBA in the lineage goes to prison for murder, are they not a murderer? Okay, so, all right. That's it. Don't have to hear nothing else. Because you're talking about organization and I'm talking about a lineage. Why are you focused on Marcus Garvey with his little boats and making his mistake with his boats? because you want to make a point about the fact that that's considered a scam. But if you do the research, you'll find out that that's not a scam. He got taken advantage of. But what happens when the FBA kills somebody and goes to prison? Right? They killed that person, went to prison, went to like court, and got like tried and everything. So are we saying that when a person is a Pan-Africanist, you know, and they make a mistake, it's different from when the FBA makes a mistake and makes the wrong decision? I don't think that Marcus Garvey intentionally defrauded people. I think that he got taken advantage of. I'm sorry. But I think that it makes the narrative of the FBA better to be able to make Marcus Garvey seem like a fraud. And that's crazy. Why are we trying to destroy all of our like history because we want to believe in this FBA thing? Why can't FBA exist without like trying to destroy our heroes of the past? Why is it like a zero-sum game? That one thing can't exist without the other. I don't understand that.
Okay. So I got your response. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna let SWL. You got something you respond to, DJ? Don't hang up. SWLE44. You want to respond? No. I'm gonna go on mute for 1 second. But I thank you for calling in, by the way. Go ahead, SWL. Respond to.
SWL is about to get very emotional. By the way, guys, get ready for the emotions.
Yes, sir. Are you there, sister?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm SWE. I'm a little late to what you and Ron are talking about, but I think I got the gist of it, that you're having an issue with somebody maybe disrespecting an elder on a platform, right? Because they're older, right?
Right now, I think that you could disagree with the elder, but you could still you don't have to be disrespectful, because you have to also. People have experienced time or whatever. You might not even agree. They might be an asshole, but there's a certain set of decorum I think that you should have with a person, especially if they're old, and like you shouldn't be trying to go toe to toe, like arguing with a person like really old like that.
Okay.
80-something years old as hell. Like, I mean, I think I was just raised like that, raised to respect people when they get, respect your elders. That's right. Not a Pan-African thing. That's a community Black thing that we did, okay, FBA or not. I think it's even just beyond even FBA. I think FBA, Caribbean, even probably even China, Hispanic. I think that's a thing that of culture for most people of color.
Okay, so I just like to make this point right here. FBA is 78 and 80 and 90 years old too, right?
I know that they have. I think I've heard that somebody has mentioned that before. Tariq Nasheed has, yeah.
What I'm saying to you is that my mother is right here. She's 78. She's FBA.
Right. And if I were to cuss your mama out, wouldn't you want to whoop my ass?
Give me opportunity. Because I see where you're going with this. What I'm saying is that there's a lot of disrespect going on, because that's what the main thing is. It's just respect. See, you lose all respect, or you lose all your ability to want respect when you are so disrespectful, right? And that right there is a Black thing too.
The emotion. There's so much emotion. Like it's the emotion is just shooting out. It's just bubbling up.
See, in America, and look here, you can get it if you get too far out of line, even if you are an elder. Because sometimes when elders do that stuff, they just throw somebody out. They could just dish you. And Ron was trying to give examples, but what we're having right now is that's. Do you know anything of you know Al Sharpton? You ever heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of him, of course.
Okay, Al.
It's a stupid ass question. Have you heard Come on now.
Why are we naming these basic people and asking, do you know this person? Do you know Jesse Jackson? Like, why are we? Come on now.
We're doing this for educational purposes because everybody don't know that, right? All right, so one of the reasons
most black people know who Al Sharpton is, though. Come on now.
Well, you'd be surprised. A lot of people don't know who Tariq Nasheed is. So what I'm saying is this.
With good reason. Why would they know who he is?
Al Sharpton right now, he has a podcast, right? He has a podcast. He also has a daughter that's running that podcast. Do you know about that? Just a quick yes or no.
No.
Okay, now look.
All right, so can we get the lights up, y'all?
Right now, Al.
All right, so Genesis, how long we been going? Oh, let's go for another 30 minutes.
No, listen, this is where it's about to heat up. Watch
Sharpton and his daughter are running a podcast. They have people on there right now, talking about they want FBA banned off the internet. Basically, listen, almost like completely just banned from America. Okay. Now,
so the word FBA or the FBA people, like what? Like
what you mean FBA people?
Like
FBA.
I'm asking, do they want the word FBA? Because FBA is an actual trademark, by the way, guys. FBA is a trademark by Tariq Nasheed. So I'm like, is it the word FBA or the people? Hello?
The FBA, I know it's a lineage, but that's what I'm saying. He's saying the FBA lineage or the FBA word. What is he trying to get banned?
They know what FBA is, like you said a minute ago. See, this is not new right now. It's a new phenomenon of people that may be opposed to it, right? But see, even that you even getting the fact that they even speaking FBA over there, right? Just imagine.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was happening. That's not. I might not agree with them saying that against Pan-Africanism, but I'm not against FBA. I'm against that they are against other certain cultural things. Because I'm like why can't we all work together? Like why can't things work together? Why does it have to be separate? But I just that's all I think.
Right. I just gave you something. You went right over it, and that's the problem with Pan-Africanism.
No, you did give you gave me something. See, you didn't know I was a Pan-African. You said the problem is that they're having their show over there, but we're talking about respecting the elders. Just because he has an opinion does not mean we should disrespect them, though.
Now, I just told you they're trying to ban. So that means if they're trying to ban at National Action Network and our family members are anywhere from 0 to 100, who's being disrespected here?
This is a gaslighting fest, bro. The gaslighting is so extreme with this whole situation. Can't you see? They're disrespecting an entire group of people from 0 to 100.
Oh no, right? But wait, real quick, I want to read this comment real quick. Hold on, Genesis. Salaya bin Yah 144 says, the ones that speak for FBA are simple. I kind of hear, Bias is very intelligent, but I'm hearing some stuff that I'm very concerned about. But for the most part, most of the people I've heard, which I don't really tune in that much, if at all, but they sound a little bit on the lower intelligence side. Like they don't,
like they sound stupid. Like, what are you talking about? See, this is my grandma, and then she is FBA. That means that if you say that the FBA should be getting rid of, then that means you disrespected my grandma, and so therefore we should be able to disrespect. What are you talking about, bro? Like what? I don't understand what are you saying? Like, so because his argument is that his grandma is a so-called FBA, and that because Reverend Sharpton said that they need to get rid of FBAs across the board and try to stop the movement, that's disrespectful to his grandma, And so therefore, if I'm saying that we should respect the elders, that therefore, what would I like say that that's cool that Reverend Sharpton should be getting rid of FBA? This is the type of stupid ass rhetoric. You see how this circular ass bullshit, like, and I know what he's trying to get at. It's like, bro, now you're not gonna get away with that. That's bullshit. My grandma is 97 years old, so if Reverend Sharpton can say get rid of FBAs, and my grandma consider herself an FBA, wouldn't that still be considered like disrespecting the elders? This is like the logic that he's trying to like bring to me. Bullshit. It's not the same thing. What you're saying is that you should be able to disrespect Professor Smalls and several other like people that are in the Pan-Africanist movement, and that whole movement has no standing in the whole FBA movement because we're delineating from Africa. Not the same thing. Let's not play these gaslighting ass games, bro. Just straight up.
When these people going after entire lineage over there. But see, you're not interested in that. And see, that's the problem with Pan-Africanism.
Oh, stop it. Don't make it about Pan-Africanism.
Give me opportunity. Give me opportunity, because you're going to get
that ain't got nothing to do with Pan-Africanism. That ain't got nothing to do with Pan-Africanism. You going to blame Pan-Africanism for something I said just because I mentioned I was a Pan-Africanist? If I would have never said nothing about me being a Pan-Africanist, you wouldn't even have to, you wouldn't even had an opinion about that.
Before that, you jumped in and said it. I said Pan-Africanism. I didn't ask you were you. I'm talking about that's the problem with Pan-Africanism. You jumped in and tried to protect it. Now, see, that's the issue with Pan-Africanism. Now, whether you want to say you're that, whether you want to say you are that or not, but you could have said, just listen. That means that maybe you end up, maybe you're not. I'm just making a point, but I said that is a problem with Pan-Africanism because that's what they pushing over there at the National Action Network. Now, see, what they're doing and what they did by talking about banning Tariq Nasheed, banning FBA, they're talking about banning the lineage. You're not worried about that.
Okay, pause.
See, so
pause
but you worried about one particular.
Thank you. So somebody said they want to find out where that is. I know this isn't for you, actually, Genesis. This is just out in the ether. Show us where he did say that. If you're FBA and you can corroborate this information that this guy says that Al Sharpton said he wants to ban FBA. And I want to address Sly Paragon. He says Aboriginal powers. Okay, all these different, I believe these are the people who claim to be the indigenous people of the Americas. I see he says some names up here. I'm not going to read them all, but they're on the screen. So he said these are the sources to gain certain updated level of information. Bet you won't do it. But so are they FBA? Because sometimes I hear people say that if you are Native American, you're FBA. I just want to throw that out there. Okay, that's it. Wait, watch what's happening with y'all that swear y'all African.
It's a PI boycott, not FBA.
So basically, Sly Paragon, why don't you hit the link? Aren't you guys warriors? Like the natives, or if you're native, or if you call yourself Indian or whatever, why don't you hit the link and come in and talk to her? You won't, will you? But I don't get it. You can be a Native American and FBA, but you can't be from Africa and born here and be FBA. Make it make sense.
No, you can't be Caribbean
or African.
So yeah, or like whatever. But anything else is cool. But long as
so what is the reasoning? It's all economic, or
well, because the Africans and the Caribbeans are considered tethers because they tether off of us our achievements as Black Americans. They try to tether.
There is a little bit truth to that.
They look like us, so therefore, when we try to get reparations and certain things in the government, they get like a higher stake in the government and like get like in office, and then they do things only for their own community, and not to benefit us. And so therefore it's like a thing where when we're trying to get reparations, we want to make sure that when we do it, they don't get included in that reparational aspect because
so it's financial. It's socioeconomic situation, right?
It's a combination of like social, economic, and like that we need to delineate from them so that it's like we get what we are due to us in reparations, and on top of that, like whatever we create, hip hop, whatever. And I will see this. I understand. Tariq Nasheed went through a whole battle about hip hop. Like, I mean, I think that at some point, like he was showing like the graffiti or whatever, and then the Puerto Ricans came in and said and stopped him from being able to show certain videos because he had like camera footage from a Puerto Rican guy, and because he said that this was a black thing that started whatever. So I get.
Wait, what are you talking about? Hip hop with Fat Joe?
No. So he has a whole thing called Microphone Check. He has a movie called Tariq Nasheed has a movie called Microphone Check. And there was an entire battle that happened in between him and the Puerto Rican and also some of the other Caribbean.
What happened?
That's where this whole FBA
how long ago was this?
Maybe a year and a half ago.
Okay, but what did they say? They wanted rights to their music or what?
He actually had put the actual movie out, and the guy that some of his the images came from was Puerto Rican. And when the actual like things within the
but one potential case involving Puerto Rican artists' images in a movie.
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, so what happened?
So what happened is that like they were mad because they were saying that the Puerto Ricans helped to build hip hop, and Tariq Nasheed was like, no, it was African Americans. So with that whole situation, I think there was like a videographer that had like some videos from back in the day. He had some of those videos in his movie. And so they actually stopped his movie from being published on Amazon. And he had to like go back and refilm it, like reframe it like with AI images and this, that, the other. And so it was called Microphone Check. And so that's where the whole tether thing began to start because he was mad because he felt like the Puerto Ricans and the Jamaicans and these people were tethering off of our accomplishments in hip hop and trying to say that they were the ones that created it or had some stake in it. And that was the beginning of the tether movement.
So didn't hip hop start in the Boogie Down Bronx? Like, isn't that there's a large population of immigrants like Puerto Ricans, Caribbeans, Dominicans, right? Like, I get it that hip hop is Black American.
I don't know where Tariq Nasheed is from. Is he from Chicago?
I don't even know. I don't know. I really don't ever look at the brother. I don't. I've never had any issue whatsoever with him. I really find that this FBA thing is for me, it's just an aid to divide us more because I have no problem whatsoever with people who
I believe in honestly, Napalm, that when they took his movie off the shelf and he had to frame the movie because the Puerto Rican guy didn't like the fact that he said that hip hop was started by African Americans and excluded the Puerto Ricans. That's where the whole thing started. And that's where you got tether and this and that because of this whole thing that people are tethering off of us and taking our accomplishments you know, and
Tether was before 2000, 2 years ago. People were saying that.
So there was a thing called a tether before, like
they called them anchor babies. You know, there is an issue. There is a problem, and it's about the government.
No, this is not anchor baby. This is like people from New York.
No, I'm hearing you. You're right. I get it.
That's not anchor baby. Anchor baby is like probably like, I mean, I don't even know what anchor. I never heard of anchor baby.
An anchor baby is somebody who wants to stay in the United States and they have a child here.
Yeah, no, this is about like the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans that during the hip hop movement, go and look at Microphone Check. What happened is that movie got stopped. It was on.
I'm sorry, not to interrupt you. Show me. Can you turn your camera on so I can see who you are in the back and I can bring you up to the panel? Harlem, go ahead. Go ahead, Genesis.
Yeah, so it was beginning to sell. It was doing good, and all of a sudden, this one Puerto Rican guy that had the actual video footage sued him, and it took the whole like video down off of Amazon. And from that point on, it was a war.
Come on in, Ashe, and explain it then, because she's trying her best. So you got the link in the chat if you want to come in. Listen, in the background.
Listen, I'm not the perfect person. This is what I saw from my end.
Right. I wouldn't say she's lying. I think maybe she doesn't have
why would I be lying about what? Lying.
No, don't worry. You're just late. Hey, Harlem, I gotta see who you are because we get porn bombed.
Honey, I can bring up Microphone Check right. Listen, you know what I'll do? Anyone that says I'm lying, okay, Microphone Check by Tariq Nasheed, it will tell you what happened.
Bye. If you think you can come in here and I don't know you, and even if I do know you, you got to turn your camera. We're not getting porn bombed up here. All right. So it's not saying you were trying to porn bomb us. I would love to hear from people, but just turn your camera on so I can see who you are. Then you could turn it off on the panel, but you know, I got to make sure that everybody can see who you are if you decide to show your bits and your kibbles and bits. Okay. All right. So go ahead, Genesis. We're gonna play a little bit more of this and then we got to get out of here. I want to be here all night long. I don't want to be here all night.
All right, let me play the rest of this thing because this is the bullshit that was
one particular black man that may have been got himself crossed up on social media talking and a platform where there is no holds barred. There is nothing about anything on this social media stuff. If you're not prepared for it, you probably shouldn't be on there. This is not a place where you walk in the church.
Oh, wait, pause that. I wanted to comment on that. Pause that. See how they're talking? No, wrong. Social media isn't supposed to be a place where you just get dragged and disrespected and slandered and doxxed. That's a ninja mindset. That's a lower vibrational, lower intelligence level mindset. You're not supposed to be saying, oh, look, I know that it happens because it happens to me. But that's for a gutter. You're not supposed to think, well, if I go on social media, I'm going to get dragged and my mama, my daddy, my uncles, my children, my grandchildren going to be up there with AI, fake out. No, you're not supposed to have that. So no, brother, it is a reality, but it's something we need to condemn. What he should be saying is, that's not right if people can't just come onto social media and express their thoughts, especially the elderly. So
listen to how much this whole vitriol and so much anger, because I said, why can't we just come together?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that.
I didn't say anything but listen. Well, that's what's wrong with Pan-Africanists. Listen, this movement, the FBA movement, is becoming a cult, and I'm seeing it right before my eyes.
Is a lineage and a people that are under attack from the very people that you said a minute ago.
Peanut-headed. I think
they're being attacked by them.
I think this is that Negro. I'm not going to say his name.
This right here is like,
man, you got to block this guy.
I did.
I stole Sonetter's soul, not his money. What are you talking about? No, that's my husband. But could you block this dude is up all night long. Just I gotta get back in. You didn't block him. Or maybe it is on mine, huh?
Yeah, he's not on mine. He's on yours.
No, it's showing he's on yours. He actually went and roamed around looking for your. Oh, I found a place to come in and comment. Go ahead. He's crazy.
All right, I deleted him. Okay, here we go.
Mainstream media. This is mainstream media. When they say they banning Tariq Nasheed, they want him banned on their on at National Action Network. Al Sharpton is on TV every week. He has his own show. How about you go over there and ask them about why they're attacking our elders?
Tariq Nasheed is an elder.
Listen, I said FBA and Tariq Nasheed. They said them both. So what I'm saying to you?
Wait. Let me cut it. Okay, I was going to ask you that. DJ Genesis, is Tariq an elder?
No.
Why not?
He's not in his 70s and 80s. He's like 40-something years old. He's not an elder, no.
Wait, so an elder got to be in their 70s and 80s?
I think when you start getting into that senior citizen level of stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's like elder. Like,
so then there's
everybody else is free game. If you want to cuss out look, I'm almost 50 years old. I'm not saying respect your elders.
Hold on.
To me, or even respect me as a woman.
Well,
I'm just saying that.
Well, with that knowledge, isn't Bonquisha? So basically, all Black Americans that reach 70 years old, they're all elders, regardless of their education, their wisdom, their status, their success in life. They're all elders. They all got something to say, and they deserve respect from Black Americans. That's what you're saying?
I wouldn't say that they all got something to say, but there's a certain level of like this I mean, I don't know. Didn't we get raised to respect our elders, and they're considered?
Yeah. But okay, hold on. Yeah, we see.
We didn't get raised like that.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, but what was the definition? So I'm 47.
But a person that's older, like that's old as hell. Like
no. Stop.
Listen, he's 47. Listen, if I'm like 13, my elder might be 40. If I'm 47, my elder might be 50 and 60. Or no. If I'm 47, my elder might be like 60 and 70.
Right.
I'm saying that there's different levels of elder.
It's your elder. And let me say this though, and this isn't on getting on anybody in particular, but I heard that word Bonquisha on when I was on Fatty's panel. I don't know exactly what that means, but I have an idea.
I know, like ghetto Black woman.
What? Let me see. Yeah, they were calling my a friend of mine, Bonquisha. Hey, y'all, we don't respect the elders. We don't respect women. We don't give a damn about children. You don't care about children. What's going on over here? I say that it's post-traumatic slave syndrome. Because, well, come on, y'all. Anyway, that's all I want to say.
Slow down. That's not gonna work over here. So when my older relatives,
not gonna work.
That bullshit you talking about. Now look,
respecting the elders.
Well, just listen for it. Well, you gotta have some respect. You sort of respect the elders. How?
Well, I begin to crash out at this point. You're gonna hear me just like I can't even like hold myself at this point.
Just about have some respect for humanity. So I'm saying this. I'm saying that when my relatives, my older relatives, said respect my elders, they said, "Yo, Ron, respect your elders." What do you think they meant when they said that to me? Respect your elders. Did they? What do you think they meant? Because they didn't define shit. They were.
What are we talking about? Right? Respect.
Shout out to Jacinta Phoenix.
Pretend like you're so fucking stupid, right? So that means respect people that are older than you, that are like adults, right? If you're a child, you respect the adults. If you're a teenager, you respect the people that's older than you, like they're like 30s and 40s. If you are in your 30s and 40s, you respect those people. And then guess what? The younger, you respect all of them. All of them.
Listen, the young guys are worse than these guys on here. Like these guys on here don't even know. These young guys out here, they will take your life for nothing. And an old dude did it too. So I'm not trying to. If you're a young man, please don't come for me. I have a young man as a son. I'm not saying all, but the ones who are, when they are disrespectful, they have taken it to another level. like knocking that. Remember that lady took her son to that hot dog shop in Chicago?
No, I didn't see that.
And that dude punched her in the face.
I didn't see that. That's terrible.
But then her son sent him to the upper room.
Oh, the son killed him. See?
One YN versus another YN.
Respect your elders. Respect them.
Not particular. They were not specific. They just said that, and they made me whatever came to my mind. Yeah, that's what they accepted. They never went into details who an elder was. So now you're making up some criteria I never heard before in my life. I was just told respect your elders. I never told there was a certain age. That 70-year-old bullshit you just said, that's made up. That's something I heard for the first time today. My aunts and uncles ain't say no damn, they got to be 70. You did, because they were not even saying.
Concluded that it was a person that was like old as hell, like your elder person that's old, based on their life experience, based on the fact they lived that long. There's a certain level of respect.
So let me respond with this. So if I
disrespect your grandma, you're not gonna be mad about that. If I say I wanted to slap the shit out your grandma, would you be?
We're not gonna make anecdotal statements.
I ain't gonna respect no elders. Come on now.
We're not gonna make it anecdotal. I got you. But over here we're a little different. We're not Pan-Africans over here. We don't believe in any old thing.
Oh, you guys got this. Come on now. You gotta make it about Pan-Africanism. You guys are crazy.
Right. Well, you're the one crazy. You got to respect. You're talking. You stop. Then I talk. I didn't talk over you.
We didn't have to respect each other.
You're a little younger.
Like, why should we have respect at all?
Girl.
So then I got to mute you then?
Can you not hear me? Listen, remember when we used to have to say, ma'am or sir, and we would get like people would look at us crazy if they say, excuse me? Were you around that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought about that. How you couldn't even talk to an older person. If you just said yes, they say, excuse me, and say, yes, ma'am. And then they go, okay. Like, that's gone now, I guess, right? But I'm not going to I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, and I'm not even going to pretend that I hate being called ma'am anyway, though. So it's like a weird oxymoron kind of like. No, for me, I still, if a young person, though, I'm talking about, I don't like somebody my age trying to call me ma'am. Like, I think they're trolling. But if it's like a kid in like a 20-something-year-old and they call me ma'am, I don't feel bad. But if it's like a man with a bunch of salt,
I was in the military. I call everybody yes sir and yes ma'am.
Yes, and that's. I'm just saying. Do you remember those days? Everybody, put a 1 in the chat if you want to. When we had to be like, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and because they were older than us. That's all I wanted to say. Go ahead.
To get a point across.
I thought we just dealing with just disrespect altogether.
We can, but the difference is I got the mute button, you don't. So that won't work for you.
I don't have to be muted. I can just leave.
Well, then go ahead. Right. Well, you already took an L. You already got the L. You're right. You could just leave.
Was it really an L or just?
No.
So now he's gonna go into like you took the L. You had. I didn't take no L, bro. You're a weirdo. You don't even know how to respect your elders. That's weird, bro. You're on the phone with Sadnetter, Elder Suntan, and Reggie on your platform with their picture up here the whole time talking to me about how you should not have to respect elders. That right there is weird as fuck. Like, what are we doing here? So this whole time you've been disrespecting these elders the entire time and not even realizing it. And you're going to try to tell me about that I took an L? No, you took an L, sir. Because you know what? What I know is that probably Sadnetter probably could have helped you in any situation, Elder Suntan. Here's the thing. You never know what these people could do for you in your life. And you have them on your show. You're talking about disrespecting elders, and you have their picture sitting there the whole time. What are you doing? Like, what's going on here?
No, it was an L. You made no sense, and you won't let me talk. And that's more of an L. You won't let me. I'll let you talk freely. God know whatever you say is garbage. And so when I kind of respond, you cut me off because you disagree. But let me finish. If you don't want to be muted, let me finish. Okay, but it's an L because you won't let me talk. Nothing you say, I believe, is worth a damn thing. That's why I could let you go for an hour.
Man, he's gaslighting. Bottom line is that you can let me go for an hour because it was entertaining to your audience. You need to like have respect for your leaders. Why? Because that is something that's taught from childhood on. That is actual like manners. How to deal with people that are older than you. That's a normal thing. I'm like, so are you saying the new FBA movement that goes out the window now? There's no respect.
Yeah. A couple of my friends' moms smoked crack, and I respect the hell out of them. I never
smoking crack or not, like, bro. It's about like the listen. It gets even worse.
Everything that we do is always going to be a response. So when they talk about elders, it's like, elder. What do you mean, elder? We got people out here attacking us. They want to separate us from our elders. They want our elders. They want our hip hop. They want our inventions. They want everything.
Who is they? Pause. I need to talk. Who is they? Other Black people?
They, you know.
So it's gone from focusing on what they were focusing on, people who weren't Black. Now they're on Black people. They're on the whole, they want our hip hop. Like, what about us wanting their dance hall? You know, what about us wanting
I want some of their curry chicken right now.
Yeah, what if we want the reggaeton?
I want some curry chicken from the Caribbeans right now.
Yeah, I want some tres golpes.
What the fuck?
I'm just kidding, but hey, what is with this? We all got off the boat.
Curry chicken and some curry goat sound awesome right now.
I mean, everybody needs to understand. This is a program that's been. Can we get a big old virtual hug, everybody? We all are the progeny of the slave trade. We're coming. Our ancestors. It's just, I know it sounds cliche, but we're a boat stop. That's all that separates us. So I'm saying, I want to understand, is FBA socioeconomic? I heard a little thing about here and there and, they get this and that. There is truth to that, but we can't blame each other. We got to look at the big picture about, what's going on with the government programs. And it's set up to make us resent each other. So that's what I want to say again. Let me ask you, aren't we all, Genesis, your boatload of half of your family went to Trinidad, and the other half went to to Virginia. You get what I'm saying?
Right. I don't even know what part of it did.
I'm just making an example. Like, some of them went to Barbados.
They went to Barbados and they went up to Virginia. I don't even know what they got some of them and then put them over here.
We are still one people. We cannot start. We start to say, you don't want to.
I'm a tether though, even though my shit happened like in the 1800s.
What is a tether though? So basically,
the line is that first of all, if you guys let's not be stupid. Yeah. And not think that Jamaica and the actual Virgin Islands are part of North America.
Let me see what our beautiful sister says. This is a very beautiful sister. My heart is breaking. She said, or is it, I'm not Black, I'm Jamaican, I'm Nigerian, I'm Haitian. But listen, my love, my sister, listen to me. Yes, they're Jamaican and they're Haitian. I'm going to leave. Let me put Nigerian aside for a minute. Jamaican and Haitian, they are progeny of the slaves, just like the Americans. And they came from West Africa, which is where Nigeria is. But I'm gonna just let that, because that's a whole different conversation.
They don't want to. They want to separate. No, we're not from Africa. We were already here.
Yeah, okay. So that's why I didn't want to go there, because sometimes
we came up off the ground like just out like some aliens, like just
somebody snapped their fingers. And FBA, it's like we all came from the same place. You literally, when they said you're not bloodline FBA, Ashe, you could possibly be the same bloodline as someone from Jamaica, it's quite possible that your family was just separated by delivery. You know, they delivered your family, part of your family, to Haiti, to the island of Hispaniola, and then some of your family got delivered to the United States. Do you know that most of us went to these other islands? We didn't all, like, the smaller portion came to the United States particularly. And then think about that. We've got South America. We've got all the Caribbean, right? And so we've got so much. It's just, I'm exhausted already, y'all. Somebody let me tag you. Go Genesis.
We need to cut that bullshit out. It's crazy. Why are we saying, okay, I get it. Y'all think that some imaginary reparations is about to happen. Well, guess what? According to the Constitution, it's it can't happen. But you know what? I would say this. Y'all was the same ones that was against ADOS. But ADOS is the closest thing to getting reparations. And so now y'all jumped on the bandwagon of ADOS. Here's the thing. It sounds like an opportunistic movement. Because at one point, y'all was so against ADOS. Remember, when FBA was against ADOS?
I don't even remember. Refresh my memory.
That is ADOS is what's her name?
African diaspora or what?
Yeah, African diaspora. I don't even know.
I don't even know, Lord. I can't. ADOS.
ADOS is the closest thing to making something happen. But they were against it at some point.
Yes, let me get this on the screen. Newsflash: you are all black. Is this a black person saying that?
Yvette Carnell.
Yvette Carnell. I don't know anything about who that is. Yes, we do. We don't want our name to be slaves. Okay, I have to tell you something. I didn't say we're slaves. We are descendants of, when we talk about the Jewish people, they stand firm and strong, and they don't let anyone forget about the German Holocaust during World War II. It was 2, right? Yeah, 2. So they don't let anybody forget about that. Why do we want to forget or let people just forget about the travesty, the horrid experience that lasted centuries? Why are we all this stuff about I'm not a slave? Nobody said we're a slave, but we were enslaved. They got free labor from us. And it wasn't just American blacks, American African slaves. It was all over the Caribbean and these places that you say you resent these people that when they come over. And I'm not going to just say, I'm going to say this again. I do agree that there is a lot of ugly separation and prejudice, cultural prejudice. So we got to work on that within each other, not separate. All right, peace. We have this sister, yo black mama. Okay. What would you like to add? What would you like to add, sister?
It's late. I just wanted to say some things in regards to this
Thanks
topic.
For joining. Go ahead.
Since I'm hurt and disgusted that social media has turned us into this.
Yeah.
These acronyms, these arguments, they're so useless. We are still very much emancipated slaves. We don't have the freedom that we might pretend to have to the world. We don't have any land. And I think for those of us who call themselves alienating, that's their issue. You see the Somalian fraud ring in Minnesota. They just took they're saying $1 billion to $8 billion out of Minnesota because the Somalians as a group, as a clan, they would go in, do some fraud. And because they still have their land, they still have their language, they would send the money back to their country, send it back to Kenya, and build up their country with American resources. So I get that. But when you talk about reparations, we have Donald Trump in office. He's not going to approve reparations.
No.
Then After Trump is out of office, J.D. Vance is supposed to take office. He's not going to approve reparations. Gavin Newsom, even if he was a, if you get into that political cycle, there's reparation bills that he shot down in California right now. Tariq Nasheed stood before the California reparations bill and couldn't get a sentence out. So the anger that we have is misplaced because the only people, if you look at it internationally on the world stage, the only people who are demanding reparations, who have the power to call for it, are African leaders. So it's when they had the UN summit a couple of months ago, it was the African leader from Ghana who said, we intend to demand reparations. It was the African leader from Burkina Faso who brought up reparations. And in that type of environment, it was heard. These small arguments, Dr. Amos Wilson would say, they do nothing but help white supremacy. You're helping racism. How are you angry? They call him Mr. Matumbo this. Africans are not dominating Black Americans' economies. It's not the African with the corner store selling you old chicken and beer and wine. It's not the African with the hair store that's making $500,000 off of selling you fake hair every month. That's not the African. When they come to America, the Africans, for the most part, they try to stay under the radar. They try to go to work. That's what FBA bias or beef is, that they're not coming over here to Black Lives Matter it up, But if you look at the stats, Nigerians are the best doctors in the country. We're not competing to be the best doctors. We can barely read. And it's very concerning to me that we have so many people who are lauding this man. And I was trying to say it in the chat, even though they try to say Tariq isn't the leader, he is. He's the thought leader. He's the one that's moving this conversation into the level of disrespect, berating, comedy capping, and all that. No clear plan, no actionable agenda. But this brother for 20 years wrote books on how to mac females. On page 200 of one of his books, he says to prey on teenage Black girls, 14 to 16, because they're going to be hoes anyway. They ain't got no daddy. He wrote books telling Black men not to marry us. He is the original passport brother. You can still find this stuff on YouTube. He's the original passport brother. He said, you don't have to deal with nappy hair and attitude. You can get a natural ass in Brazil and you can run your hair through their hair, brothers. And you can go have a good time in Brazil. And that sex tourism picked up after he started teaching that on Mac lessons. Then after that got tired, he saw Sinetter. Sinetter is the blueprint, whether people want to give him props or not. Sinetter is the blueprint for Black nationalism and conscious community talk. He saw how successful he was and how his many documentaries was picking up steam. And those same brothers and sisters that Sinetter had been interviewing for years made Hidden Colors. I say the elders should not have sat with him, but they needed money. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing would have never been pro us rejecting Africa because she taught us that a good, healthy, high self-esteem and a love for our melanin begins with understanding that we come from Africa.
Do you know that they use Dr. Frances Cress Welsing as one of the people that are for the FBA movement?
Rest her soul. Rest Elder Neely Fuller's soul.
Yeah.
To hear this conversation, nothing that they're talking about defeats white supremacy and brings justice to the world. You're tribal. If we were in Africa, you would be a junta. You would be a warlord. You would be creating child soldiers. That's the type of environment that you create. And here's the thing for me, sisters, if you pay attention to international news, The Sahel kings, I'm talking about Burkina Faso, Niger, Chad, Benin, because they stood up against the colonial powers and they kicked out the puppet government. France is a third world country now. France is fighting each other because they don't have no resource. They don't have no money. Burkina Faso was the ones that was supplying their electricity with uranium. Today, Benin just had a coup, and if you ancestrally look through slavery, that's where most of us come from, is from Benin. They had a coup where France's President Morcan told Nigeria's president to send in their military to infiltrate the Benin airspace. On behalf of France, Nigeria was willing to infiltrate Benin because Benin wants to be a part of that Sahel region to say, we're going to stand up on our own feet. We're going to feed our own people. We're going to develop our own economy. We're not going to keep letting the colonial imperialist powers take from us. And we're over here saying F Africa. Africa has the youngest population in the world. Americans can't even replace the population that we have here. And that's another thing about that, brother. Here you saying we shouldn't marry Africans, but you married a biracial woman and you take care of her white grandma, her white mama. So it's pictures all around the internet of this white woman in a dashiki with Tariq in Africa. And that's miscegenation. You're breaking the race down. He's never been pro. He got popular off of Tommy Sotomayor's channel, who called us hair-hatted hooligans.
Wow.
I mean, we really have to look at who we're calling a leader or who we're allowing to push our thought in our agenda, who is taking us from 50 to 60 years of black nationalist revolutionary thought and theory. I couldn't imagine Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, who served with Idi Amin, talking about F Africa.
Right.
We have allowed someone to infiltrate because social media is popular, it's easy. You don't have to read, you don't have to investigate. To hear our people laud about being indigenous Indians, the disrespect. We were enslaved. We were enslaved. We were beaten. We were raped. We were robbed. You could not run. If you ran, they sent the Indian headhunters after you.
And we also built this country, the infrastructure, but continue your cooking.
But we built it, but we don't own it. It's the same thing with hip hop.
Yeah.
We built hip hop, but the CIA control it. The Jews own it. And we as a community, we don't have time for these silly arguments and conversations. We need to be making alliances. When the Black Panther Party got when they started just murdering the Black Panther Party, they ran to Africa, they ran to Cuba. We needed friends.
Yes.
You can be proud in America. You can love America all you want. You can sing and dance, be proud of jazz, hip hop, blues, Motown. That's wonderful. But you're still an emancipated slave. Our community is in the turmoil and the travesty is in because of these sideline petty conversations. That man went and bought a Rolls Royce. He didn't start a community garden. He didn't open up affordable housing. He didn't create community centers. He didn't create food centers. If you've been to LA, you would know how bad that's needed for Black people in those areas.
Sis.
Brothers is sleeping on the streets.
In hordes.
The Museum of Black History, that's one room.
And it's a lease. It's not a building that he owns. That's a leased out building. That's something he pays.
They tried to say that Pan-African people were defrauding people, but he got almost like $1 million raised from the community. And the original place that he was supposed to move into, he didn't get that one. He got a smaller place. And it's just like
he pocketed the money to take care of his white mother-in-law. People forget he sold Ogun pepper spray. Ogun pepper spray when he was pushing Haiti 1804 documentary
No.
and made $500,000 off of the struggle of Haitians fighting the Imperial West and France
still are.
and Walmart.
Yep, still are. And these are the ones that they call the tethers.
The tether.
Moist. We should have them here as refugees.
Niggas.
Go ahead.
And so we're supporting Trump's anti-immigrant agenda as he pulls back the 14th Amendment that our ancestors fought for. That does put us at risk because the 14th Amendment is what made us citizens. If he pulls that back, we're even, you can be FBA all day long, but the 14th Amendment is what protects you. If that gets pulled back, you in the same boat as Haitians. You talking about you don't run nowhere. Ain't nowhere for you to run.
Talk. Let me drop that bomb.
So I appreciate you sisters being up because this is a hard work to sit up and navigate through all of these conversations that these people are having. Very just disrespectful. I couldn't imagine. Girl, do you know the spankings that we would have got if we didn't call Mr. Philip?
Yep, or sir, yes.
Or ma'am. Sir, or Miss Thomas down the street. Go, I dare you call Miss Thomas by her first name. Mama Sonia said,
don't just answer, say yes.
I dare you walk into a room of elders and don't speak as a Black American. I dare you.
Oh. Gosh, you're giving me goosebumps because I remember my aunt came into our home with everybody, and I was in my 20s, and I went in my room. I didn't speak to her. She was so devastated. She called me at the end of after the visit. She called me in there and in front of everybody just lambasted me. So yes, you're right.
Black culture. I don't know where this FBA community get their information from. They sound very young, but in the Black community, we are communal. It used to be a time you could come to my house for sugar. I could come to your house for flour. If we knew that it was an elder down the street who couldn't take care of himself, we sent him a plate. We've never been antisocial, hateful group of people. And so our ancestors, when you talk about Asa Hilliard, when you talk about Ivan Van Sertima, even Maulana Karanga, even when you talk about them, they were African centered to fight back white supremacist talking points that the Negro had accomplished nothing while in Africa. We had to show them that no, we built the world. Africans, dark-skinned, nappy-haired Black people from Africa built the world, populated the world. So of course you're going to have dark-skinned people in North America. That doesn't mean they originate there. That means our people traveled they came before Columbus, meaning they left where they were at and they came to America with technology, architecture, infrastructure, stonework. But that does not make you North American. You're still an African. You're still African descent. And I can't understand a person of African descent, a freed Negro, a colored person, a mulatto, proud. Now you proud. I'm a proud Black foundational Black American. You a proud house nigga. You are a proud person to say, I'm there. You know, we don't have bad weather. Even though Obama took our money in 2008 and destroyed our housing, we're still here. Even though we can't afford housing, we're about to see AI take us out of employment. We proud American. You want to see our people be pushed back into Haiti under the sweatshops of Walmart through the power of Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and the Clinton Foundation. You want to see our people pushed back into Africa where they can't access technology. And you can say what you want about Africans, but like I said, the Nigerian American is a higher earner than the Black American. They come here on business. They come here for education. They come here for upward mobility. And it's hard to build with the Black American who's angry at everybody. We can't even talk to each other. I can't believe I listened to Ron And I'm familiar with the brother, but I can't believe I listened to that brother interrupt that sister just to be rude, to be nasty, and drop the mic on her. I cut you up. I exposed it. That's silly. It's 2026. Our kids is out here murdering each other. We had children running a single mother down and jumping her. You're concerned about Matumbo and his immigration status, and you're not worried about our communities. You're not talking about planting a seed nowhere. It ain't a community garden. We can go get a cabbage. If we don't have green leafy vegetables, we can't think. If there's no food, how are we going to survive? And we're survived. When they said no more EBT, we like to lost our minds. So come off of the celebrity worship of this very despicable, degenerate person who has preached miscegenation and the hatred of Black women for years. It's for years. You can look, if you do a simple search, you will find him saying the best Black woman is one with a white mama. This is
my goodness. Oh, dear.
It's disgusting. But I thank you for letting me up here. I had to get that off my chest.
I appreciate you. Please stay in touch with us. If you're subscribed, that's great. You sound like you are. We need more voices like yours.
Beautiful.
Put your email in the back chat, please, so I can keep in touch with you to bring you on again. Do you go by Yo Black Mama? I mean, how do you want us to address
Girl,
you?
Yo Black Mama, because we had it. Come on now.
I know. I
love it.
Because we are the mothers in our community. We are ultimately, when they ready to blame somebody for something, they blaming Your Black Mama. Your Black Mama.
Always.
Your Black Mama shouldn't have had all them kids. Your Black Mama is a single mama.
And don't forget, Your Black Mama is the reason that there's no dad in the home.
See, all of that, and we have as sisters, as mothers, this next generation is looking for guidance, but the social media is powerful because you don't have to read. You just click a button, boom, somebody with an authoritative voice, and they can cap and berate and belittle enough to make you really. They done rewrote history.
Yes,
they done rewrote. How is your hair nappy and you from North America? Your hair is nappy because it cools you down, because indigenously you come from a very hot ass area and your hair coiled up to cool you down. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just crazy to see. Like I said, he stole Sonetter's blueprint. Sonetter need to copyright his shit, because to see somebody like that come into the space, and now people disrespecting Brother James Smalls. Oh. Think about what we're saying, y'all. Think about that. This is somebody who I tell you what, I'm gonna say this last thing, I'm gonna leave it alone. Tariq, I saw you when you came to Cincinnati and you was on your way to Scheherazade Ali house, and I stopped you and I asked you, why was you online calling sisters bed wenches? A white woman who was on drugs came up to us, itching. You got any kind of money? You pulled out a stack of money and gave that white woman $20 to spite me. But I don't need $20 from you, brother, so I didn't trip. But I noticed that all that hateful, angry talk that you got for Africans, you ain't got that for white women.
So you were there. First, let me just say this. Sonetter knows Tariq very well. Tariq Sonetter is the godfather of all of this. Some people were saying, oh, Sonetter, this and that. Sonetter is the root, the tree. Everybody sprouted out of the HOK. I want to get that out the way. So Sonetter I'm listening to this sister. She is on fire with her information. She's coming with so much powerful information. I love you. I want you to come back in. I need to say that because I don't want to, people get in their feelings. But with that said, I want you to say that again, because I need to hear this for myself. You stood there. This isn't something you heard. You were there. And
he came to Cincinnati, Ohio. Go ahead. Sister Scheherazade Ali lives downtown Cincinnati. She has lived in Cincinnati all her life. She's a very widely known speaker here in the city.
Yes, I know her very well. Shout out to her.
He was walking downtown Cincinnati. He wasn't driving. He was walking. I had just got off of work. We was on Vine Street. I stopped him. I said, "You're Tariq Nasheed." And he was proud. He was, "Yes, I am." I said, "And you write books on pimping?" He said, "No, I don't write books on pimping. I teach men how to be chosen and be macking," something to that effect. I said, "But why are you online telling people to call us bed wenches?" A white woman walked up. In Cincinnati, we have a lot of drug addicts. We have a lot of people. You got $1, you got any extra money, you know how they do. I would never give a white person no money. How are you white privileged in this country and don't have $1? But he reached in his pocket and he pulled out a stack of money and gave her $20, a crisp brand new 20. And my thing is, that's black people money in your pocket. That's black people money in your pocket that you crowdfunded for Hidden Colors, for your YouTube channel, for your museum. You asked black people to donate that money to you. Black people.
Sorry, you made me drop that bomb. It was too much. You hit a nerve when you said that right there.
White mother-in-law. His white mother-in-law. His white mother-in-law sleeps in his mansion, rides in his Rolls Royce, all paid by FBA. And it's sick and sad because you're telling us that tethers and, you're a bed wench if you sleep with a white man, but your wife half white.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So that's the point that the sister's making. It's not a racist point. She's making a clear point that he stands against black immigrants who are progeny of the slave travesty, the slave exploitation and trafficking. He stands against them, but then he doesn't stand against those who are orchestrating all of the injustice. That's what I hear. That's what it translates to, right?
Imperialism does not just impact black Americans. Imperialism is white America and the British saying, we're going to kick your ass, we're going to take all your shit, and you're going to be under our foot for the rest of your life because we are white, and it is manifest destiny that we run and rule the world. And so our black nationalist leaders taught us to fight along with our own fight, to fight for the sovereignty of Africans. That don't mean that you got to become African. That don't mean that you got to go to Africa. That don't mean you got to give up your American citizenship or your American identity. But like I was saying in the chat, the guy who made Boots on the Ground, where them fans said, he was just in concert with Burna Boy. We the same people. We just on two different continents. They Africans throwing up their fans. They doing the Boots on the Ground too. We accept them. It was Fela Kuti who followed behind Miles Davis. Don't separate us.
This sister's on fire.
Don't separate us from the continent that birthed our ancestors. Do not separate our freedom struggle and try to make us into this. How dare you sell 1804 Haiti documentaries and then tell them people what you go back to your homeland. You know they made the Haitians pay reparations.
God
damn. You know they over there eating mud, dirt cookies. He didn't give none of that money to Haitians. He didn't send no money to Haiti to make sure that they had housing. He pocketed that money to take care of his white mother-in-law and buy Rolls Royces. And to hear black people throw away our ancestral struggle for black liberation worldwide, globally. The Dalits in India call themselves Black Panthers. You can go to Australia today, you'll find Black Panthers. We give the world the blueprint to revolt against imperialism and win.
Yes.
And win. We win. But we can't I swear to God, I'm gonna stop talking. The brother talked about the United States Code Memo 46 and the strategy from the Carter and the Nixon administration to keep the Black revolutionary struggle in America separate from the Africans.
Yes.
Can't have no unity. Can't have no unity there. Because as soon as you got an anchor in Africa, you have more power because now you got land. That's why they keep a puppet government in Africa. And what I'm saying is the puppet governments are being thrown out. They kicking ass in Africa. They're tired. They're not allowing you to rule for 40 and 50 years no more. So the obvious answer for COINTELPRO or for the State Department or the Counterintelligence Committee would be to come to American Negroes and say, that's not your struggle. Look at all that I do for you here. You got McDonald's. You can get you a Coca-Cola. You can go play double dutch. You can rap and break dance. You can't do that in Africa.
You can argue on YouTube all day.
You can call each other names. Now we not bed wenches no more. Now we FBA sisters. We're not hair-hatted hooligans no more. Now FBA sisters will argue and fight with you about how good Tariq's message of American sovereignty away from the rest of Black people is so good. And we over here with high rates of HIV. You got, like I said, that guy Tommy Sotomayor. It's so many of those women hating channels. That's why I say, yo, Black mama, love the Black vagina. That's where we come from. Love the Black woman. You ain't never seen nobody as beautiful as a Black woman in your life. You ain't never seen from Africa, India, New York, California. That melanin do something, baby. It's a beautiful thing. But when you have men who don't value it and who teach miscegenation, who will tell you that you have the right, I'll raise the flag of Europe up in my bedroom about Brooke Hogan.
Who said that?
Tariq. He is on the YouTube.
Who's Brooke Hogan? Hulk
Hogan's daughter. Vlad TV asked him, what do you feel about white women? Brooke Hogan, for instance, well, I raised the flag of Europe up in the bedroom. That's where your seed come from. That's your DNA.
Oh, wow. This is too much.
That's the carrier of our genes. That's the genetic and ancestral memory of the Underground Railroad that you so quickly given to Hulk Hogan's daughter. Hulk Hogan called us niggas all the time.
Okay, you gotta send me your email. I'm not trying to stop you, but I need you to. I'm messaging you in the private.
Okay, I sure will, sister. I appreciate you all's time.
This won't be the last time you're here. Even you're so informative. It's not just about this topic. You were cooking, and this was a blessing. But I didn't mean to cut your flow. I'm just saying I need your email before you go.
I'm here with you, sister. I'm about to type it, but I want you all to know we are loved. Do not let outside of the internet. Kwanzaa coming up.
Talk.
The shrine of the Black Madonna down here in Houston, Texas. I'm going on the 23rd. Ashra Kawisi is going to be teaching on the African origins of Christianity and Christmas.
Say it again. What day?
December the 23rd at the shrine of the Black Madonna here in Houston, Texas. It will be Ashra Kawisi. He will be the guest speaker. Who everybody knows. We know Ashra Kawisi from Sinetter's channel.
Love Ashra.
Sinetter's homie.
Yep. I love Ashra.
Everybody came from Sinetter, literally. And just the FYI for the young foundational Black Americans that Sinetter has no beef with his brother Tariq. And Sinetter, when Tariq wanted to do Hidden Colors, Sinetter did him a full solid and provided absolutely every single person you saw in that interview. He provided those people,
and he's so humble about it.
Because out of love, he did it because he loves it.
He's so humble about it, and he's always been. I'm just talking about the brother. Give me his accolade. He's always been diplomatic enough to hear all sides. If the elder brother Shabazz say we 100 million years old, and I got proof from the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, Sinetter ain't never said you wrong. He would just say, here goes Sarasu and Seti, and he say he'd debate with you, and he can prove that African origins don't start in Asia, and he would allow them that conversation. He would allow them that space. He wouldn't come in and say, you wrong, brother, you wrong. He wouldn't take sides. Tariq took the Black nationalist movement, monetized it, and flipped it on its head and turned everybody against Black nationalism and against Africa. That is some scary stuff. Because like I said, we're in 2026. We're in 2026. We're dealing with a population decline. We're aborting more children than we're giving birth to.
Right.
So we don't have a high replacement rate. So that means when we get old, if there are no immigrants here, who gonna pay the bills? Who gonna pay the taxes? And if you listen to Trump, Trump is saying, well, we don't need taxes. We just tariff everything and there'll be no income taxes. Who gonna pick up your trash?
Damn, I'm just exhausted with Trump, and he's only been in office since January. God.
And he didn't combat Trump. His whole talking point was against Kamala, daring to claim her Jamaican ancestry is Black. How dare you? How dare you say that you got some FBA blood? You're not FBA though. You Jamaican. Jamaicans ain't Black, and they're not. Being Jamaican don't make you Black. It's Black. Jamaican is a nationality. Black is an ethnicity. But we have allowed fourth grade reading level people to open up their microphones and speak like they have foundation. In fact, I asked Ron one day, I said, brother, if America goes to war with Africa, whose side? I'm gonna be on my country's side. So you can't wait to parachute into Nigeria.
Don't
you can't wait to go.
No, they're talking about dropping bombs on Nigeria.
Yeah, that's what's about to this. The war is for, do not get it confused, Black people. The war is on your melanin. It is on you as a resource. It is on Africa as a natural resource. America don't have gold. America don't have uranium. America don't have coltan. America don't have nothing to make an EV car. Africa does. So China is big in Africa. Let me come in and build some roads for you. It's Russia that's coming in saying, hey, we will protect your airspace from those old mean, angry Americans who want to steal your resources. We want to buy it. Let's make a deal. Burkina Faso in the last 2 years has pulled their country out of poverty and pushed France into a third world economy. France will not recover. France cannot recover. You will see America fight hard because Nigeria is oil. You're talking about Shell. You're talking about BP. You have to look up Shell versus WeWa, how Shell paid people in Nigeria's oil-rich region to kill Sira WeWa, who was fighting against Shell because they was inundating farmland with oil. They sent in them terms. It's easy to get us to fight each other. It's so easy to get somebody like a Tyreek to come in and do the dirty work for the white supremacists. It's easy work.
Look at all the Black people angry and hating what you're saying. There's a lot that love you and we're with you, but so many and I love this, especially the sister saying shake her head. You don't know the history. You need to listen and do your research. Break out of that program, that shackle on your mind.
Go look up Tariq Nasheed. Go look up Tariq Nasheed on the internet. He gonna pop up with a Black woman with her butt open. He gonna pop up with 3 Black women in a pimp hat on his book covers. Rosebud said he gave a man an elevator speech for 3 minutes on pimping, and next thing he know, he was writing books and doing Mac lessons. Tariq is not a masculine man that most Black women would be attracted to. He's super soft and wear lip gloss. Black women like strong men who know how to pick up a hammer and build. We like mature men who ain't sitting up gossiping and capping. He's never been a choice for us. So he has an angst against us and wrote books. Go read those books and you will see the same thing he taught in those books is what he's doing now. One of the things he said is get control of the woman's mind. Whose mind he got control of right now? You got people how are you a proud American? Explain that. How are you proud? We was hung from trees. They literally burned, tarred, and feathered our ancestors for voting. If you research it, I was listening to the brother. Black people built the Republican Party. Black people were Republicans when we came out of Reconstruction era. It was Black Republicans who were elected to the House of Representatives and to Senate. It was the Democrats who was the Ku Klux Klan. It was the Democrats who came down and threatened us and burned us out of our communities. So I'm not sure how you're proud to be in that political system and have not formed a third party in all of these years, and yet still be desirous of reparations. And there is no claim to reparations without the Middle Passage, without the slavery and it's the forced enslavement of Africans through the Middle Passage, no matter how many of them that came here. There's never been a restitution movement. No. There's never been a Native American, Black American, Indian restitution movement. It's always been reparations because we were enslaved. Does that make Africa a saint and we supposed to put them on a pedestal? No. It means we are supposed to push the imperialists get them off of our neck, push them out, build economies. I would have more respect for the movement if that's what they was talking about. Let's get our money together. Let's start some real estate. Let's start creating affordable housing. Let's start building tiny homes. Home Depot got a program now where you can get your skills certified as a handyman, a painter, HVAC. Let's go get our brothers who's standing on the corner not doing nothing, who don't have skills. Let's get them enrolled in that so we can create a general contracting company so we can go out and buy some of these empty lots so we can go buy some containers so we can start building container homes so that we don't keep seeing this homelessness agenda. Instead, you got a Rolls Royce. You got the best, biggest $1 million house on the block. See, that's not Black nationalism. Come from people like Fred Hampton Jr. He gave us WIC and the Poor People's Lunch Program, making sure that each child had at least an apple a day.
Yeah, they fed the children.
So we have to get back to our. That's why it's difficult to hear somebody say, "What's the elder?" Because you crazy. My elders would put a switch on you at your age. At your age, my 96-year-old grandma will chase you down.
Bless her. About
coming into the room and not speaking before you call yourself getting comfortable or fixing a plate or whatever. So, like I say, love is stronger. It's harder to work as a group. It's easy to be disunited. You a tether, Mr. Montumbo, go back to your country and eat dirt. And what you fleeing for, tether? They fleeing from imperialism. They fleeing from Black water, from mercenaries coming into Haiti. They fleeing from the UN and the Nepalese UN troops raping them and peeing and shitting in the water and giving them cholera.
Yes.
And if you can do an 1804 documentary on the history, then you ought to know what's going on right now. You have these ignorant people with these caps. This is not even those who call us Akata and who don't want to unite with us. So what? You can call names all day long. It doesn't change the beast of imperialism that we have to fight as a group. So I'm just so happy, that your sisters are, even though it's late, you put in work that others are not willing to do. Others are just wanting to keep, because it's a good algorithm. It's a good AdSense check. These brothers ain't about to come from behind them mics and get into their community and get the people off of crack and tell the people the agenda to get us in private prisons. The private prisons is saying right now today, we don't have enough people in the prisons. Y'all ain't making good on y'all promise to keep our prisons filled. See, you don't hear that type of conversation coming from these people. And that's concerning because the private prison industry wants Black bodies.
Yes.
And if we're sitting up hating all day and just angry all the time and we don't have a plan of action, that's the devil's playground, an idle mind. So get busy. Get busy on loving each other. It's okay to love Africa. Oh my God. It is the birthplace of humanity. You ain't got to kiss everybody's butt. Nobody asking you to do that. But recognize your ancestral root. Respect the ancestors and the elders and the path that they laid for us. Don't come over here proud that you in your proximity to white supremacy. You excited because you in the big house, because you get to sing and dance. The hell? So I'm done, sister. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here.
And don't forget to leave your email. I gotta drop a bomb again. That was beautiful and refreshing. Please don't be a stranger to the panels. We needed to hear that. Please leave your email. Did you see me message you? I messaged you so I can get in touch with you if we can invite you back, maybe like when it's at a more decent hour. Thank you, Yo Black Mama. I like that. Yo Black Mama. Thank you. Much love. All love to that sister. Yes, and all somebody said, bless her. Yes, bless that queen, that Black mother. And I'm gonna move on to my brother, Zion Warlord. And then I see you, Harlem. Go ahead, Zion. What do you want to add? Thanks
no, I'm watching the chat. I'm over here, policing because there's a lot of trolls.
Get them, Zion.
I don't know what is going on with some of these people. I swear.
Some of them we can't even cut them down.
Do
you have a wrench, Zion? Zion, do you have a wrench in Genesis chat too?
Yes. No, I got
get them over there too.
I'm in Genesis chat now.
Oh, swat them, Zion. What do you want to bring in, brother?
Yeah, so it's very interesting. Understand this, y'all. Global white supremacy is global. French can fight with the Brits can fight with the Italians can fight with the Greeks. All of them agree on one thing. I don't care if you don't want to claim Africa. I don't care if you want to claim Aborigines. I don't care if you want to claim Pacific Islanders. We are all in the same boat, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Y'all are stupid if y'all think that y'all are going to win against a global economic imperialist power by dividing yourself and trying to ostracize other people of color who are suffering from the same oppression. That is retarded. I think y'all need to pick up the book 48 Laws of Power, 48 Laws of Power, and pick up Sun Tzu and figure it out yourselves. Some of these folks out here are ignorant and uneducated. But then you got a lot of bots. I'm watching this chat, and you got cats in here talking about, what the hell does Kamala Harris have to do with anything? She lost. Okay, we're over it. What is going on here? And why are these people in the chat trolling about old politics? We're trying to figure out how to manifest prosperity, peace, and unity and freedom, you know what I'm saying, in this country right now. Right now. And in the world. And the way you do that is by see one of the things that you can learn from even America during the I think it was the Reconstruction era, when America tried to isolate itself from the global community. It did, and that's when we had a whole bunch of depressions. So dividing is never good, right? Dividing is never good. So I don't care what you want to claim yourself to be. You know what I'm saying? If you are suffering from the same oppression as another person, then you are in unity with that person to fight against it. Especially when they have resources. Especially when they're fighting on their side, we need to be fighting on our side. Not trying to isolate ourselves. And here's the interesting thing. When you have somebody who is weak, right, and they're getting beat up by a bigger bully, what do they turn around and do? Do you think that they're going to fight the bully? No, they go and fight somebody else who's weaker than them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a weakness of character, a weakness of the mentality is weak. And y'all need to figure this out. Like y'all need to get, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Some of y'all didn't get your GEDs or whatever. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Please study to show thyself approved. Study about how we have to be able to fight against a global imperialistic power, an oppressive power. And the only way to do that is globally with those who are suffering the same problems. It's not rocket surgery. You don't have to like or think that you're African. You could do. I'm an Aboriginal. I got Native American. I have African American. You know what I'm saying? I have some European. That is of no consequence. Nobody's going to say, not one Ku Klux Klan member is going to be like, well, how much white do you have in you?
No.
Hey, I'm a piece.
Are you a tether? Are you
right? And that word is so crazy. See, this is what divide and conquer is all about. You just got to go back to Greek and Greco-Roman war strategy. Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. If you're divided and you're fighting against weaker people, you're never going to be fighting against the bully. It's so dumb. And half of these people in this chat are either bots or really uneducated. Really it's sad. It really is. You know, so yeah, I'm going to go back to the chat. I love to listen to the sisters, you know what I'm saying, bring out the information. I'm the enforcer right now. And if you say something stupid, you're going on timeout.
Yes.
All right. I'm just letting you know, at the moment you say something retarded, you're going to be timed at the more retarded, the longer.
24 hours at this point.
All day.
So, yeah, and we're looking forward to, let me see, hold on before you go. Don't think, because I would be remiss if I didn't do what? Where is it at? This. Let me get it. This isn't it. Where's the debate thing for you? Here it is. Uh-oh. What do we have coming up? Let me remove this. Sonetter fixed it. He changed it. You see, I love it. I said, why you got the brothers in the Southwest? Is Ethiopian Christianity a product of Greco-Roman influence? Well, we have Selah Shalom, the gladiator, saying it is. And we have our brother here in the flesh, Zion Wardchild, the barbarian, saying, oh, hell no.
Hell to the no.
So this is coming up on the 20th, which is right around the corner. We will be having these two brothers face off. I believe it's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern, like always. So y'all, don't sleep. We're still in the toughest environment, and we have he's one of the most formidable debaters. He's no longer the head smusher. He done moved on to be the barbarian, I guess.
I appreciate it.
All right.
We're still smushing heads, though.
no more smushing heads, right? Okay, but yes, definitely. Thank you so much. Let me leave that up there. Y'all see it, share it, and get ready to tune in. So thank you so much, Zion, for being here so late, but you added so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm up.
I'm going to hand the mic back over to Genesis, and she can close out, and we can all go do what we need to do. All right, Genesis, you fell asleep. Genesis, she's asleep, I bet. Genesis?
She might be. She was up all. I saw her earlier too. She's been doing her work all day.
I know she stays up late. Genesis, are you there, dear? Dear, I don't have that sound that goes I would play it because I'm like that. But all right. I guess she fell asleep. Bless her heart. And we lost the brother. He dipped off. He probably fell asleep.
Yeah, he might have spread out. Yeah. Who is this dude in here? Yeah, you're getting blocked.
Yeah. Peace to everybody. Who was it? Some weirdo?
Yeah, like the Ooga Boogas. Go somewhere else, bro. Go to a MAGA channel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go to some Ku Klux Klan channel and do all that dumb stuff. We don't do that here.
It's probably a 13-year-old boy. Sorry, I should have said girl. I know I don't want to be sexist, but anyway, listen, I'm going to go ahead and close it down, y'all. Genesis, Nepal putting in work. I was on this internet all day. Oh, you missed the build. I don't know where you were, but Sonetta was up here saying Jesus is God. I don't know what Christians got to him besides, oh yeah, I do. Reggie and Patrick, they have completely indoctrinated Sonetta, okay? He says that Jesus is God. That's a whole different conversation. But yeah, I just want to let you know, we were on the internet from like, God, I think 9 a.m. my time, which is like, excuse me, it was noon to now. Basically, we've been running shows. So we're going to try to do this on a regular. Peace and love. Peace to the darkest minds of the light. I'm going to close out with some Neo Love, because you know I love this song. I love this song. You know what I'm about to
That's my brother. That's my brother.
Where's your music?
No, I only had one song. You know, the other ones were all battle raps with Cedric. I really, and I do a whole bunch of karaoke's. I like to do my karaoke's, you know what I'm saying? Because right now everything is all AI music and everything is auto. I like to do the old, standing on the corner type singing. I'm an old school brother.
No, that's why I said, where's your music? Because I see you be up there doing the AI, the Facebook, not the AI. Oh, the Facebook karaoke. Oh my gosh, you made me remember. You cracked me up. I actually tuned in your Facebook. You are funny like
Which one? Which one was it?
The one where you were I forget who you were roasting. I didn't even know who it was, but at the end you say, my Facebook karaoke gets more views than you. I was like, he's hilarious. So with that said, peace to you. I'm gonna close out and we'll see you next time.
Oh, you didn't know? This environment tough. 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 Policy scholarship. This is the knowledge you can't get in colleges. If you read from the Bible, obey the commandment and know who your mother and father is. Tune in to Sonetta, cause he the protector of the gods. I'm talking about Dr. Benjamin, Yusuf, Yacanan, and John. We got the scale of my art. If he light as a feather, let's go on where it's hard. I am the shrine of Ptah. If you can say I am, better recognize a god. All I see is pseudos and frauds. Kudos to my dogs. Judo for you frogs. I think it's time to hop off the environment. Oh, you didn't know? This environment tough. Oh, you didn't know? This environment tough. Oh, you didn't know? This environment tough. Oh, you didn't know? This environment tough.
Will survive, comedic knowledge on the rise, raising consciousness divine, to the truth we subscribe. Jabari leading the way, Shaka Amos don't play, Sonetta don't open the gates, and up and banging the day. It's a family for the culture, rebuking all you vultures, service environment full of soldiers, unlock your mind, they'll exposure, HOK is the squad, debating the truth is a nod, watch where you step in the part, or they'll tear you apart.
Oh, you didn't know? This environment tough.